voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Hello. Happy Monday. Come on in. Welcome to the Morning Joce. I am your host, not your hoe. I'm your host, Voodoo Dog TV. Come on in. Welcome to the Morning Joce. I hope y'all are doing well. It's Memorial Day. I forgot. So it's not an average Monday for the rest for some people, because some people still got to go to work. But it is Memorial Day. If you celebrate Memorial Day, happy Memorial Day, especially to those of us who lost people in battle, okay? Because that's what Memorial Day is all about. But happy Monday. Come on in. Get the likes up on the video. We got a few things to discuss. Now, come on in. Y'all. I want to let y'all know, first of all, welcome. Let's start off with the announcements. Welcome to the Morning Joce. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, so you know when we upload and or go live, okay? Niggas say I'm repping for Blueface. You know what? You might be right. I might be repping for Blueface. Repped out like a mother. On Schoolyard. Girl. And it's crazy because today Malone Madness Mondays. And guess what? I'm going to wear it tonight. Is going to wear it. Make sure y'all pull up for Malone Madness Mondays this evening. It will be a schoolyard type of deal. I didn't even realize I was repped out for Blueface. I am, I guess. Child. On Schoolyard. Make sure y'all pull up for Malone Madness Mondays at the Dollhouse. I didn't even realize yesterday that I was live on this channel and not the Dollhouse. I didn't realize that till I just got on. Crazy work. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and subscribe, like I said, and the notification bell. Also, shout out to Replay Gang. Y'all already know what it is. Make sure y'all drop down in them comments as y'all always do. Now, before we get into the show, y'all, I'm caught up on this show on Netflix. Now, I haven't watched Netflix in a while. But when I went on my fast last week, I started playing around with it. But I came across this show called The Burrows. Have y'all seen this show, The Burrows? It's on Netflix. Hold on. Let me go get it. So there's this show on Netflix called The Burrows. Let me pull it up. And let me tell you why. The only reason I started watching this is because our Titi was in there. Elfrey Woodard, whatever her name is. Y'all know our Titi. Y'all know who I'm talking about. What's her name? Elle Free. She always be a grandma, a mama, or an auntie in the shows. Let me see. Here she go. Let me show y'all. I'm only on episode 3, so don't give it away. But before I came on here and was getting ready, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching it. Hold on, let me show y'all the show. If y'all don't watch it, if y'all haven't seen it so far. Let me share the screen so y'all can see. So the name of the show is called The Burrows, and it's a senior citizen living facility, but it's like really, really nice. It looked like paradise on that thing. It looked perfect, actually too perfect. But it's for senior citizens who I guess got a couple of dollars, and they move into these burrows or to this living facility where they got like their own like golf course. They got their own everything. Like it kind of remind me, because you know they have these real things in real life. I know a clear girl and her husband used to go out there every summer to one in Florida. They got these places in real life. All it is a living facility for older people. They say they be having orgies in there. Now, don't get me to lying. I ain't never been around there. But for the clear girl and her husband, who I used to know, who used to go to the one down in Florida, they said they would rent a golf cart. Yep, they said they was renting golf carts. They said that they was gonna actually invest in one because they go every summer. They say, and over the summer they be out there like this with them people. Yes, the old people out there nasty as a dog. Allegedly. Don't get me the line. I don't be over there. But anyway, the clear girl told me that's what they be doing. So when I saw the movie and I saw them on the golf course, I said, oh, this like where the girl used to go, the girl I used to work with. So boom. I'm already knowing they have senior citizen living facilities, right? But I've always wondered, like, when you know how the old people sometimes get dementia, I've always wondered, like, is it really dementia, or are these old folks seeing some stuff that they don't want us to know about? Long story short, this movie, The Burrows, came on, and it's literally kind of about that. I'm only on episode 3, but at the middle of episode 3. But this man right here, one of the men moved in. I'll just give you the thing, and I don't want to give it to give it away. But the man on the far, I guess he's on my far left, and he may be on your far right. He is a prior doctor. He actually studied the gay cancer, which, if y'all don't know what the gay cancer was, that's AIDS. When AIDS popped off in the 70s, the clear man, the one on the end, he was a doctor during the time, and they called it at the time gay cancer. So he did a big old study on that. So he's hella knowledgeable on diseases and on life and stuff with, because he's a doctor. Then the man in the middle is an engineer. Now that's a great combination for an ex-engineer and an ex-doctor to hook up. But basically they're hooking up because Free, our TD over here, is in an open relationship with her husband who found the fountain of youth. But either way, she fell in love with a clear man who lived next door, and she was mourning his death. But they found out it was an alien or something that's in there siphoning the cerebral brain stuff out of their mouth, and it was killing them. And now it's crazy. I'm on episode 3. I hated that I had to stop. It felt like the time was going by so fast, but I hated that I had to stop to come on here and get ready to do the show. But let me just say this: I ain't watched Netflix in a while. Not no series at least, but this one is good, and I know that there's a lot of truth in this, because the man who they were saying had the what they call it, they say he had They say he had dementia. That man ain't had no dementia. That man was telling them about what the hell was going on behind the scenes, and he got popped. At any rate, I ain't trying to promote Netflix or nothing, but if y'all get tired, go watch this show, The Burrows. It's on Netflix. I'm on episode 3, and I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to stop the first episode when I found out Free was in love with that Pink Panther over there, because I was like, I know you fucking lying. I know you lying. But it turns out her and her husband, they get down like that. They freak with other people. She just messed up because she wasn't supposed to fall in love. She wasn't supposed to fall in love, but she done fell in love with that Vienna sausage next door. Now she around here cutting up and acting crazy. I gotta watch it. When I get off of here today, I'm gonna go watch it some more. Then we're gonna do Malone Madness Monday, and I'll probably finish it off tonight, hopefully. But it's a good show so far. Like I said, I'm only on the middle of episode 3. Y'all go check it out. It's crazy, okay? Somebody said dementia is the conscious preparing to travel to another body. I believe that. As a matter of fact, dementia and schizophrenia, I do not believe those are mental illnesses. I think that if you don't understand what they are, and if they are treated by the doctors that we have, then they can be. But I don't think that they're mental illnesses at all. Especially schizophrenia, because if that was the case, we all got a case of schizo. That means we all hear voices, right? I've heard 2 voices. Well, I've at least heard 1 voice since I've been here on the earth. I've always had a voice roll with me. So by that logic, I guess I would be schizophrenic. And don't get nobody on here who's heavily indoctrinated. But it's not the same, because schizophrenia comes from shut your indoctrinated ass up. I know what I'm saying because I was here when I said it, okay? I don't believe that these things are mental illnesses. I believe they can become mental illness once they are treated and touched by them folks. But I don't think that they're mental illnesses at all, okay? I don't think at all. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. I'm not about to windmill on nobody who want to be retarded. I'm not about to do it. You know how y'all get, oh no, Voodoo, because I got ADHD. The doctor told me 3 weeks ago I was mildly retarded, so I feel offended. Oh, get your retarded ass to the back. Get your retarded ass in the back. You want to be proud to be retarded? Good. Stay your retarded ass over there. Just don't come over here telling me I should be happy about you being happy to be called retarded. Said what I said. I don't want to hear no more about it. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of this. But I was diagnosed with ADHD and autism. Okay, bitch. And what? The fuck? That's not a good thing. That means something wrong with you, bitch. Like, girl, get out my face. At any rate, for real, y'all think I'm playing. People really be windmilling for the right to be retarded. And I think that needs to be studied within itself. But anyway, at any rate, go watch the movie. Go watch the show, The Burrows. I think it's a good show. Like I said, I'm only in the middle of episode 3. I think it's going to be good. At any rate, come on in, get the likes up on the video. Let's get into the morning announcements before we get started. First and foremost, Black America, please, 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 if you don't do anything, do your genealogy, please. It is very imperative that you know exactly who you are. And the only way to find that out is through your genealogy. You know, I did an educational Friday, and we spoke about how the Black Americans are actually the original Greeks and the original Egyptians, right? And a lot of people may not believe that, but it's the truth. We are the original people. We are the original civilization of all over. So please, 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 y'all, do your genealogy. Y'all wonder why we still running behind a lot of Egyptian names and a lot of even Greek names. I didn't realize Greek names we still name our children. Look up Phaedra husband Apollo. We still follow Greek and Egyptian traditions to this day. We just don't know it because we don't call it that. But the reason why these Grecian and these Egyptian empires fell is because the people never went nowhere. They just reorganized them and renamed them. That the empire on paper was taken down, but the people never was taken down. Black America, you are the original Greeks and you are the original Egyptians. You are both. Do your genealogy. I'm telling you. So anyways, yeah, do your genealogy. Also ground, meditate, and pray. Black America, it is very imperative that you get into grounding, meditating, and praying. We are in heavy, heavy spiritual warfare, okay? So please, 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 please ground, meditate, and pray. Now that we got that out of the way, we got a few things to discuss today. And they are as follows. We're going to deal with the data centers. We've been hearing a lot about data centers popping up all over the place. These billionaires have created these data centers that they claim is for our convenience. But remember, I told you convenience will kill us all. But they claim these data centers are for our convenience the whole time. They are literally the epicenter for the destruction of the people and the land. So we're going to get on that. We also got to get into David Banner had a few things to say about MLK, and I saw the backlash he got. I was on vacation. We gonna Joce it because I don't think he said enough. And I think he was giving Mike too much credit, okay? So we gonna talk about Martin Luther King. Yeah, we gonna talk about Martin Luther King and what David Banner said and why he didn't say it how I would have said it. Because I'd have came on here and told y'all, F Martin Luther King, the wife and the churn. I said it, especially Bernice with her big uncomfortable ass. Every time you turn around, she got something to say. Shut your wide ass up, bitch. And I said that about Bernice. I said it. But we gonna get into it because y'all getting me all riled up early. We got to get into that. Atlanta politics. They selling y'all out again, huh? That's what they do inside of these big cities. Keep you stupid so that they can sell you out. We're going to get into Atlanta selling out their own people, but keep in mind, Black America, this ain't just Atlanta. This ain't just Atlanta. This is all Black American cities, but we're going to use Atlanta for an excuse, or at least for an example, and then we got to get into Amanda Seales taking up for Cheyenne Bryant. Boule baby taking up for Boule baby. These are people y'all supposed to trust with information, but when they find out their little partner done lied, they won't come on here and tell y'all just biting and y'all just hating. But these the people y'all supposed to follow who supposed to have y'all best interests at heart. I keep telling y'all, this why I tell y'all leave these celebrities and these fake ass, tether ass, activists alone. These bitches is all playing for the same team, and that team does not include you. We're going to get into that. And then we also got to get into Jess Hilarious being all masculine and whatnot. She online telling everybody how she went and got her man. How she was aggressive and chose her man, her husband. And all the women in the chat, Oh, well, closed mouths don't get fed. Oh, she did the right thing. Because, and look at other women in the chat. I chose my husband 13 years ago, and it's been 13 years of hell. We gonna talk about why y'all girls gotta stop acting like the niggas if you want the niggas to be the niggas. I'm gonna say it one more time. We gonna get to discussing why the girls gotta stop acting like the boys if y'all want the boys to be the new boys. See, you can't act like the boys and then say, well, who gonna be the boys? You, bitch. You. Y'all want to go out and court niggas. Y'all want to go choose niggas. Y'all want to take care of niggas. Y'all want to cradle niggas and then look for a man inside the niggas you cradling. We not gonna do it. We not. Y'all gonna have to pick a poison. You either want to be the nigga or you want to find one. It ain't no in between. We gonna get into that and a few other things. But y'all come on in. Get the likes up on the video. I'm so sick of these girls. I am so sick of the girls on the internet. And you know what's crazy? I speak to people in real life. I feel sorry for the men. I do. And I'm not taking no nothing off the men. But a lot of the women have let the internet scramble their fucking brains. Their brains is like scrambled eggs. They follow so much, they don't even come up with their own thoughts. On one hand, you want the boys to be the boys, but then here it is, you acting like the boys. A man, the book say, a man a wife find it a good thing. It don't say the woman go find a man. But you bitches be so desperate. A lot of these women be so desperate to say they have a piece of man. They think that telling everybody that they went and chose their man is the way to go. We'll get into it though. And Jess Hilarious is another super cent. You can believe she over there living happily ever after if you want to. That nigga with no money and light skin peen that got that whole wrapped around her finger. I can almost guarantee you that. But we'll get into it. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Because like I say, I love us. I want us to be right, but I need to call out a thing when it needs to be called out, okay? So anyways, before we get started, let me go ahead on and give y'all a little commercial break so y'all can like the video and we can get up in here, okay? First of all, y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. I will be right back.
Shorty got that hair like Rapunzel. Make a nigga fall in love like dominoes. Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Shorty got that hair like Rapunzel. Make a nigga fall in love like dominoes. Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Goddamn, shorty so fine. Like a treadmill, she be running through my mind. On that booty, she got a nigga geeking. Having fantasies of me and her, can that be squeaking? Shorty got that hair like Rapunzel. Make a nigga fall in love like dominoes. Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Shorty got that hair like Rapunzel. Make a nigga fall in love like dominoes. Jupiter booty, can you twerk some? Hey, Jupiter booty, can you twerk some?
Niggas put that booty while we cooling up and hooting. You know how we do this. The old school troopers. Smartest. We smoother than the smoothest. The hardest, the rulers. They can't get through us.
Shorty got that booty.
The second verse always gets me. The second verse always gets me. Smoother than a smoothie? Yeah. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't know real lyrics. That's the problem. Y'all see that second verse? That's the one. That's the takeoff of the group. Oh, yeah. See, the first one, you know, he gonna bop regardless. But you see that second one who came in like he don't care? That's the one. What he say? The hardest? We smoother than the smoothie? Yeah, that's big. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Anyway, let's get back into the show. I got a few honorable mentions to not prove, but to show y'all what I'm talking about. Honorable mentions to prove. I got a few things to show to y'all. Y'all get the likes up on the video, please. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, I hope y'all are doing well on this good old Monday. Oh, girl. I can't believe y'all let Cheyenne Bryant play with y'all like that, girl. I cannot believe it. But we'll get into it. Not this, not that, not that, not that. We talked about that. Let's talk about clears. Black America, first of all, get the likes up on the video. But remember, Black America, we talk about us being the progenitors of the earth because we are. We literally are. We were tasked to go around the world and to give the world civilization. One of those things we gave to the world, like I tell people, we even gave people the idea to eat at a table. That all came from Black America. That no other group, not no Africans, not nothing. Everything that people know about civilization comes from us. That means from eating to preparing food to bathing to building. Every single thing everybody in the world knows about civilization comes from Black America, because the Most High told us, go across the world, go across this earth, be fruitful and multiply. And we did that. Now, we spoke about our influence in ancient Greek and in Egyptian history. I want to talk about what's happening today. Now, the clears. No shade to the clears. If y'all on here, it don't even matter because I don't be talking to y'all. But anyway, the clears. We all know the clears have an issue with bathing. No shade. And if you are clear on here and you don't have an issue, shut your white ass up. I'm not talking to you. I'm saying collectively, the clears have an issue with bathing. It's not nothing that I'm making up. It's the God's honest truth. Hell, when you go to Europe, they don't even offer you face towels to wash your ass. The clears have always had an issue with washing up their ass. But we did teach them how to do so, okay? Now, it ain't up to us that they still haven't quite picked it up. But we did teach them how to do so. At any rate, every now and again, you'll hear them talking about the struggles of bathing. Remember, now as a Black American, even the poorest of us wash our ass. You could be a bum on the streets. At some point in time, you're going to find somewhere to wash your ass. It's kind of like religion to us. We can't walk around for time. Now, everybody and some of them niggas is dirty. But I'm just saying, as a collective, we don't walk around musty, dirty, and funky, nasty, and cheesy because it really affects our health, right? So, but the clears, remember too, science comes into play. Clears don't have pores like us. That's why they don't sweat like us. The clears, y'all ever seen a clear get all worked up? They hardly sweat. And because they hardly sweat, I think that they don't believe they need to wash their ass, but they do. That's why they be around there smelling like wheat thins. But at any rate, they've been having issues with trying to figure out this bathing thing forever. Like I said, you go to Europe, they won't even offer you a face towel, okay? Some places they do, but for the most part, they don't, okay? Now, at that point in time, we know that they still have not quite caught on to washing their ass the way they should. And here I saw this video of these clears online arguing about what part of the body they should wash when they wash. Now, the fact that they washing, I think, is a great thing, okay? Because at one point in time, we all know they were sleeping in caves with their dogs and eating them and all of that, licking with the dogs and all of that. No shade, but it's the truth. It's documented, okay? So the fact that they washing at all is a good thing. Let's start there first. But for the most part, it's ironic that in 2026, we still got to hit them windmill on each other about what part of the body should be washed. I remember the other day, somebody said you're not supposed to, they didn't know you're supposed to wash your legs. I said, well, girl, now here it is. They want to know about washing feet. They said they didn't know you were supposed to wash your feet while you're in the shower, girl. Now, you'd be lucky to find soap in their house. Let's get into it.
In between your toes, and not enough people are getting
What
in
are you
between their
doing
toes.
with your toes?
Marina, you got to get in between your toes.
No.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
No one's getting in between your
We're
toes.
gonna fight. We're gonna fight.
You can fight all you want. No,
Nobody touches your toes.
yeah, myself. And they're perfect.
Listen, they have those little scrubbers that you can suction to the shower, and you can just get on them like that.
Why? Why am I going to use a washcloth to wash my feet when I'm going to use that for the rest of my clean body? No, I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
I use a bar of soap. Bar of soap on your.
They always find one. They always find one. There's always a token in the bike. There's always a token in the bike. Now, you could tell this token here grew up around nothing but crackers. He don't know. He wouldn't know a nigga if they popped up on his pictures. You see what I'm saying? Now, anybody who's Black knows that even if you, and I personally wouldn't wash my feet when I wash my face anyway. That's why my ritual goes, I wash my face first. Yeah. but I'm different. I scrub and wash on my face. That's one of the first things I do. I go to my hands first, then I go to my face. But let's just say you don't want to share the same towel. Most Black Americans know that, which is why they have one thing set aside for their face, and then they have another thing set aside for their body. But remember, this only works, the delusion of this bathing thing, if a turncoat, vanilla wafer ass nigga is in there saying, oh, well, I wouldn't wash my feet as well. I damn sure wouldn't wash my feet and try to wash my face. He probably married to a clear who hardly wash her ass. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to just be real. He probably married to a clear who hardly wash her ass. You see what I'm saying? Growing up around clears, he probably got a little clear in him, and he probably hardly wash his own ass. Who knows? But just know that they always keep one to corroborate the bullshit. Let's get back into it, though, child.
Your feet, you scrub between your
That
toes.
is a waste of soap, Homa. You are so frugal. Girl, there is soap and suds and everything on the floor already.
No, I like to scrub the bottom of my feet in between toes.
What are you doing with your toes?
I run outside barefoot sometimes.
Okay, that's the problem. That's the problem. You want to talk about the back of her heel. Ask her about the back of her heel.
You touching grass ever?
I'm not running barefoot. The loofah, if you're going to use a loofah, it better be one you throw away the first time you use it, because after that, it's all bacteria.
A loofah is a self-cleaning entity.
Oh. How old is your loofah, Homa?
Move on!
How old is your loofah?
We're gonna move
It's
on.
way too old, girl.
It's self-cleaning.
That you are not a cat, okay?
She's standing 10 toes down.
And that loofah she's had since college.
It is a self-cleaning entity.
Oh my God, you're disgusting. Get out of here. You gotta go upstairs. Bye. I can't.
You gotta get in between your toes.
I feel like all them hoes funky. Bitch, but even the bitch on the end, I feel like everybody on there musty and dirty at this point. All y'all musty and dirty and funky and nasty. And I don't too particularly like no loofahs either. I don't do no loofah. I think that's crazy. But at any rate, the fact that they having a back and forth on what to scrub, who gets in the shower to only scrub certain parts of their body? Please come up to the front of the congregation so I know to stay far away from your dirty ass. Listen, the point is this. It's not even to judge how funky these people are, because they are. The point is this, Black America. You are the people who taught these people small, simple things, even such as bathing. And I know y'all may not think this is a big deal, but your cleanliness is the next closest thing to your health and God, according to the Bible. But you have to be clean in order to maintain your health, okay? And at the end of the day, a lot of these people having issues with that. What part to scrub, what not to scrub? Should I use soap? Is we wasting soap? What do you mean wasting soap? That's what it's there for, to wash your ass. I don't know. I never thought you could waste soap on washing your ass. But again, everybody is different. Everybody is different. I'm saying all that to say, Black America, we the only people that don't have to have this conversation. We already know what it is. We don't have to be talking about what part of the body we wash. Because everybody know when we was young, especially when you was young, and your mama said, get your dirty ass in that tub. And you had to wash everything. It wasn't just, oh, I'm going to wash my bike and I'm going to wash the front. No. Your mama whooped your ass and said, get your dirty ass in that tub now. And you had to wash from your top of your head to the bottom of your goddamn feet. It wasn't no such thing as, oh, we can only just do the table and the top and all of that. We ain't do all of that. So I don't know. Everybody different. I just know I wasn't raised like that. Okay. Speaking of being raised like something, I wanted to show y'all this video. Tell me why. Listen, you better not come out of there dry. You better not come out of there dry. Invader said, and you better not come out of that tub dry. I remember my brother got his ass whooped. Do you hear me? I told y'all this story. My mama told my brother to go get in the bathtub. That nigga put the water in the tub and started splashing. Dirt ass nigga. That nigga started splashing the water around and sitting on side the tub. My mama wore that nigga out. I never forget. For the fact that this nigga, that's why I knew the boys was nasty. I was a little bitty girl. She made that nigga get in the tub. That nigga closed the door and filled the tub up and started splashing the. My mama beat the brakes off that nigga. Oh, I laughed me if I didn't rat him out. I used to love getting him in trouble. Oh, I laughed so hard. That you used to get your ass whipped for not washing your ass. Is what I'm saying. That's the point of the story. You don't wash your ass in a Black American household, you will get your ass whipped. Your ass to get beat behind that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't play like that. We don't play. Girl, I'll never forget. My mama bust through that door. That nigga was on side the tub like this, splashing the water. And look, my mama knew how to fight. So a whipping from her was like, yeah. She tore that nigga up. She tore that nigga up. Oh, it was so refreshing. Oh, it was so refreshing. That nigga was horrible. It was so refreshing to watch him get his ass whipped. She tore that nigga down. Do you hear me? And I never laughed and was so fulfilled in my life. You had to be there. You just had to be there, man. You had to be there. Now let's move on. Let's move on. How did he react? Girl, you should have saw the way my mama came bust through the door. You should have saw how she bust through the door. First of all, the nigga was so shocked. He was looking. By the time I was behind her, I'm messy. By the time he looked up, because he was on side the tub doing like this, splashing. My mama bust through that door and said, "What the fuck you in here doing?" That nigga. And look at me behind him. This was me behind my mama. That nigga thought his whole life flashed before his eyes. Man, watch out. That nigga, you could have, I think he thought he was on his way. I thought he was on his way to meet his maker. I think that's what it was. He thought he was on his way to meet his maker. And I was loving every second, every millisecond. Do you hear me? Man, growing up was fun. I'll just say that. Growing up was fun. It wouldn't surprise me if I didn't snitch him out. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty positive I heard him and was like, "Mama, Bud over there playing like he taking a bath." Because that's my brother's nickname, Bud. "Mama, Bud over there playing like he taking a bath and he not really in there." I know me. I know I would have said it. I know I would have said it without a doubt. That's just how messy I was. I was on that type of time. At any rate, let's move on. Let's move on, okay? Oh, Lord. Now, speaking of a rude awakening, this lady goes to shopping in Thailand. I don't know why Thailand keep popping up. I need to go pull up. They said Candy and them was over there, huh? I might need to go to Thailand, honey. But this lady who's a plus size creator, she went to Thailand to shop for plus size clothes, and look at how the people got the plus size stuff out there in Thailand. I hate this. And you know what I hate too? Let me say this before we get into it. The young lady is beautiful. She's a beautiful young lady. But you know what bothers me the most with y'all? Y'all be using our stuff like y'all know what it is. Tethers, y'all don't know what the saxophones are. I hate social media. Because social media has taken our culture and blasted it across the world for people who have no clue about what we do using our shit. And remember, the saxophones are a sound on YouTube, TikTok, to Instagram, and all these other places. You may not think of it as nothing, but I'm telling you now, it's a way for these creators to make money. It's a way for everybody to create and make money off of your culture except you. So when we go on the internet and go viral and we use our stuff and put our culture out there, we wondering why we don't get the numbers, but then a foreigner or a clear will get millions and billions of numbers. I just hate that. But I did notice, even though the young lady is beautiful, she's a tether. I really wish she had created this whole situation under her own culture, but we know they're not going to do that because nobody wants to buy their culture. Everybody buys our culture, okay? I know it's a part, it's kind of like off subject, but I had to throw that out there. I just hate to see it. Anyways, let's get into how they got the stores that put out there. They named all of the plus size stores after fat stuff. Look at this one called Fat Girls. So this one is called Fat Girls. This one is called BB Fat. This one is called Fit Fat. This is if you want plus size clothes in Thailand. This is the sections you got to go to: Fit Fat, chubby plus size. This one say fat beauty, love calories. That's the one that got me. And nutty chubby. Let me say this. America has lied to y'all so much so to where these sons feel asinine. But I'm going to be honest. I just came back from Europe. They don't have no fat people out there, bro. America is the fattest place on earth. Let me say that again. America, and I'm part of the fat crew. America is the fattest place on earth. America is actually the only place you can come and be fat and be celebrated. Yeah. America is the only places on the face of this earth where you can go and be fat and they encourage you to do so. Now, I'm not saying nothing about body positivity and people shouldn't be positive about how they are, because we should. Any size you are, you should feel good about yourself. But I think the difference is promoting it versus I ain't gonna say promoting it, but saying that it's okay versus not. And it's just not. Regardless of how big or small we is, we could all get a little more healthy and fit. And the fact that Thailand makes it easier for you to not get fat, I'm telling you it is. I just came back from Europe, not once, but twice this year. And what I've noticed is the portion size are smaller and the people are hella small. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you go to Europe and you there for over 2-3 days, it makes you want to get in your damn self. It do. It really makes you say, you know what? Let me just chill. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of eating that cupcake this evening, I done been around there and seen all these people fit and all that stuff. Yeah, let me go ahead on it. But it do make you feel like that. I ain't even gonna lie. It do. Now, again, I'm not trying to tell nobody about body positivity, but what I'm telling y'all is everybody not the same. When y'all go overseas, they look at you crazy when you're fat. And I'm not fat, and they was looking at me a little sideways, depending on where I went. I'm gonna be honest. The food don't taste the same, and the people don't react to being fat the same. Lizzo got bitches out here thinking it's cool to be fat, and as a person who used to be fat, it is not. It is not. Yes, I am still comfortable. Yes, I will still take your nigga. Let's be clear. Let's really be clear about that part. Okay? Yes, I can still take your man. However, it's not fun. It's not fun and it's not comfortable. When you go out with your friends and you the big girl, it's not fun. It's not. And when you go out with your friends and everybody got their little 2 pieces on and you can't put yours on because one of your rolls fall, it's not fun. It's not. I'm going to be real. I was there. It's not fun. Y'all can sit up here and act like it's fun. It's only fun when it's time to eat. Outside of that, when all y'all getting dressed, ready to go out or whatever the case for the pictures, it is not fun. You hate the group pictures because now you worried about what part of the angle they got on you. Is your belly going to come out on the side? I know it because I done been there. But y'all going to let the internet tell y'all it's fun when it's not, and I know it's not. Okay? So, I'm not telling you what to do about your weight, but I am saying if y'all could get a little more healthy, please do so. I'm telling you, it's going to help you in the future. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to help you. Don't let people like Lizzo, who arguing and windmilling between fat and skinny, buck y'all up to get all screwed up. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's another one. Oh, you cute in the face. Oh, you pretty for a big girl. Oh, done heard them all. Oh, yes, done heard them all. Done heard them all. Done heard. You pretty. I done heard you a pretty big girl. I done heard you pretty for a big girl. I done heard. I normally don't like big girls, but you pretty. Oh, I done heard them all, bitch. Done heard them all. Done heard them all. And it's not fun. I'm telling you now, it's not fun. It's not fun. Ooh, look, meek. Especially when you drop them clothes and that waist still do like that. Especially when you drop them clothes and even though it might be a little uneven at the top and at the bottom, that waist still come in like that, girl. Girl, I am not your fetish, sir. I am not your fetish. I am not on your bucket list, sir. Please and thank you. Okay? I will not allow you to be over here in my space because you trying to bucket list me and I'm not going to let you do it. No. And when I say bucket list, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, I ain't never been with a big girl, but see her? Y'all know which one I'm talking about. Oh, I don't really like big girls, but see her? Oh, no, bitch. You won't be bucket listing me. Oh, no. Oh, no. I like the men who love them a big girl. I don't experiment on me, bitch. The lies, okay? Because that's how they be behind closed doors. Oh, she fat, she ugly. Shh. Don't let them niggas tell you that girl fat. Let's move on. And the big girls who got shape, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Especially when you got a shape and you look good too. Them niggas be want to play like they on school experiments. Oh no, nigga, back up, please and thank you. Hello. Now let's move on. Oh, I got one for y'all. Stevie Wonder. Oh, girl, I've heard you pretty for a dark-skinned girl all my life. It used to bother me. No, it never did bother me. You know, I was thinking about that the other day. I thank God for my daddy. Because my daddy always told me that I was beautiful. As a matter of fact, my daddy told me, get me back up here. I talked on the phone with my daddy 3-4 days ago. And my daddy said he saw my pictures. He said he saw my video over there in Santorini with the yellow dress on. And my daddy said I was pretty like a baby doll. And let me just say this. Black American women, y'all don't understand how important it is to have a man, the first man in your life to affirm your beauty, be your father. And let me tell you why this is very important. Because when I used to run across people who used to say, oh, you pretty for a dark-skinned girl, or oh, you pretty for this, or you pretty for that, it kind of missed me because I didn't care what they said. I always thought that I was pretty, and my daddy would always make it a point to say, oh, my beautiful baby girl, or blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? He always affirmed. And this is the craziest part. God worked in mysterious ways because I had a very light-skinned sister who I used to think I wanted to be like because she was light-skinned. I saw the way that the world accepted her and the way that everybody treated her, and she was beautiful. Let's go there. Let's go with that. My sister was beautiful. She's not here no more, but I was in a battle windmilling with myself, trying to think that I should be light skinned, and it was my daddy who would come and be like, "Oh, my beautiful baby, my beautiful chocolate baby." That affirmation from my daddy, it made it to where if a man told it to me, I ain't gonna lie, it was just like thank you, but I wasn't falling all over the first man who told me I was beautiful because I had already heard it, you know, from my daddy. But I'm saying all that to say, my daddy told me I look like a beautiful princess and a baby doll. And I said, can't nobody tell me nothing. Said what I said. I just talked to my daddy. My daddy said when I was on the roof in Santorini, he thought it was AI. I said, no, daddy, that ain't AI, that's me. He said, oh, you look like a beautiful princess and a baby doll. And I said, right after that, a bitch or a nigga bitch or a bitch nigga can't tell me nothing. I mean, you couldn't tell me nothing before. But after my daddy told me that, y'all hoes can't tell me nothing. Say what I said. Love my daddy. Anyways, back to where we were. Okay? I'm telling you, it's very important that a man, especially a good father figure in a young girl's life, people talk about how good or how bad a son needs his father. They don't talk about how bad a girl needs their daddy. I'm telling you. It make you hit it, and I'm not saying it shielded me from everything because it didn't, but it does make me look at men completely different. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, now let's move on. Now I want to get into Stevie Wonder. Y'all know they've been saying he's been blind for ages, but I heard that he's never really been 100% blind. I heard that he played on the blind narrative in order to become famous back in the 50s. I want to say it was. Now he is allegedly blind-ish, but they say he not blind like Ray Charles was. Let's get into him playing hot hands with somebody. Look at him.
It's like Floyd Mayweather. You gotta stay Texas all the time. You can't move. He said you can't move. That's 6, 7, 8. It's on 9. Game over. You ain't gonna get a chance.
this. I don't think you need eyes to play hot hands. But given the fact that we done heard all these rumors about this man riding and driving and going to the movies and all that stuff, ain't nothing blind about no goddamn Stevie Wonder. That nigga done catfished us for over two lifespans. I don't believe the nigga blind. I never did. I always thought he did a little bit of too much of this. Because Ray Charles do it, but he don't do it that hard. I always said that. And they say he got buku churn around there. And I don't believe he got all them churn from touching wrists and things of that nature. I don't trust Stevie Wonder. I love his music, but I don't trust him. Okay? Yeah, Shaq did tell us a while ago that he seen him driving or something, huh? Child. But I do believe this. They say he beat his ex-wife. You lying. How? How? That's how you know the nigga ain't blind. He can't be blind beating on a bitch because all she had to do was just step aside. That's how you know. But you know what? I could be wrong because I do recall this lady who was getting beat by her husband in the wheelchair. Yep, it was a real story. This lady kept calling the police for domestic violence. Her husband kept beating the piss out of her in that wheelchair. Yes, he did. And they said he couldn't move his legs and whatnot, but they say his arms worked it really good. And they say that that lady got her ass whipped for years by that man. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me the line. I just know a nigga gotta have 2 working hands and 2 working feet to beat my ass. I'm just saying. And 2 eyes. All of your senses gotta work to whoop my ass. And I don't want to get my ass whipped, but if we got to go get to a place where you got to put your hands on me, everything got to work. It just has to. If it don't work, you can't whoop my ass. And that's just that. Yeah, we're going to have to find another way around this, but you're not going to put your hands on me and things not working. That don't go like that. No. Yes, yes, yes. Everything got to work. Everything got to work. And I said what I said. And it's not up for discussion. You got to have everything working and want to swing on somebody. If not, yeah, then it's going to be a problem. At any rate, I don't believe Stevie is blind, but here it is. Here we go again. Now, I want to move on, y'all. Like the video. Do I want to start there first? Oh, God. Ooh. Now, did y'all see Bro Rilla got made up? And the people was trying to say that Bro Rilla looked better than her sister. Now, I hadn't seen or heard from Bro Rilla in a while. But they say she popped up with a new look and a new attitude. They say Bro Rilla got her hair done, huh? And they started comparing her to that girl Glorilla. Now, I done told y'all, I believe Glorilla and I believe their parents is first cousins. Say what I said. I believe Glow Mama and her daddy is first cousins. And I'm not going to battle and back down from nobody about it, okay? At any rate, Bro Rilla went got an install. I don't know who done paid her to let them people put this in her head, but she actually looks good. She looked good. And the people started comparing Bro Rilla to the sister, saying that to Glow, saying that Glow really wish she looked as pretty as Bro Rilla. Now let me just say this. Somebody say destiny swapping. It's been given that. It's been given that. It's been given that. But you know, if you know, at any rate, people were trying to compare them to, and I tell y'all all the time, that's why you're supposed to stay out of family business. At the end of the day, that's still that girl's sister. Even if she hate her sister, she not gonna let y'all hate her with them. You feel what I'm saying? Now, she could hate on her sister, but she don't want y'all to hate on her sister. So when the people came out and said that Bro Rilla looked better than Glow, she came out and had this to say. She said that she's defending her sister. She said because her sister is bad and y'all not about to play with her sister. Check it out.
Our beautiful rap bitches out there. Come on now, y'all gotta admit that shit. Y'all ain't finna keep on saying this bitch ugly or you look better than her. That hoe is bad. Stop it. That hoe bad as hell. So if y'all to sit here like I look at y'all comment on you look better than her, I would rather y'all sit here and say both y'all look good because that bitch is a bad motherfucker. No, I don't give a fuck that hoe don't fuck with me. I don't give a fuck. We gonna stay fake. That hoe bad as a motherfucker. Fine as hell. truck, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Y'all ain't gonna make it like that bitch ugly. Now. I ain't gonna let y'all do that. Oh God. Cause how the fuck, yeah, we look alike. So by y'all sitting there saying, y'all coming on some, you look better than her. We look alike, like stop doing this shit. Like, I'm not in competition with my motherfucking sister. But I will let it be known I ain't shit to play with. It's a difference, okay? I stopped, that's what I'm saying though. I stopped talking about her. So she came out the blue with this damn rap. You need to get some shit off your chest, don't you? But if y'all want to be technical about this shit, we're going to be real about it. Really? I is one of the top beautiful rap bitches out there. Come on now, y'all got.
So that was Brorilla saying that people need to stop comparing her sister. She said because she's beautiful. And you know what? That's what she's supposed to do. Now, Brorilla, to say you're not in competition with your sister is cap because that's the only reason we know you. You came on here claiming your sister don't take care of the family. Then you got on and then you never took care of the family. But that's neither here nor there. I do appreciate her helping up for her sister, saying that her sister can't be ugly because if her sister is ugly, then that means she would be. But let's speak about the elephant in the room. Let's say the quiet part out loud. Good bro, really, you know what they were saying. Your sister had to go get tweaks done to her face to look like you did. Let's get it on here. Without the nose surgery and whatever else Glorilla got done, y'all look alike, but y'all are different. She literally went got a few things tweaked to her face to kind of minimize it. Now, I'm not saying she tried to look like you by no stretch of the means, but we not about to act like your sister was naturally beautiful because she wasn't. I gotta say that part. She wasn't. Brorilla, you know, you was all right, but I guess she was a stud. Your sister was not beautiful. She was not pretty. She wasn't bad. She was none of the things that you mentioned prior to the money. She just wasn't. But I understand what you're saying as a sister, because I would say that about my sister too, bitch. You're not going to say she ugly, bitch. I'm not going to get on here and let y'all play with her. So I get it. But girl, we're not going to let you do it. We're not going to let you do it. Your sister did actually have to go get tweaked up to look the way you naturally did under your wig. Let's just call a thing, you know? That's just is what it is. But anyways, Brorilla said what she said. And like I said, I love the fact that she helped up for her sister, but girl, stop acting crazy. Now, I want to share this Floyd Mayweather deal with y'all. Y'all remember I told y'all Floyd Mayweather's real job is to cape for the Jews, right? Y'all think that he's really a boxer, but I told you, he is a shield for them Jews. Now, as we know, I told you the Jews, he either done pissed them off or they done had enough of him. Either way, they are taking back everything that they gave to him. I know what I said. I told y'all. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. So here it is. Fast forward. The Jews are actually the one that are taking back all of the money. So apparently y'all heard about Floyd Mayweather having to sue these people because he getting sued from this place and that place. Turns out it's the Jewish people that he trusted and loved so much. Them the ones he got to sue for taking his money. But I told y'all. I said, when them Jews give you money, you cannot and will not leave with it. It is temporary. It is never for you to take. I said, it don't matter how much ass you kiss. LeBron next. LeBron is next. Y'all can't get in bed with that devil and expect a good outcome. It just don't go like that. But it turns out the same Jews Mayweather was out here hollering about, oh, I love them people, and oh, I'm trying to learn from them people. Them the same people taking his money, y'all. Let's get into it.
Wait, so you telling me the same people that Floyd Mayweather was standing up for are the same people that took $175 million from him? Check this out.
I will always be the voice for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel. The one and only Floyd Money Mayweather in Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Let me explain. This is what's supposed to be Floyd Mayweather's good friend and business partner, manager, whatever, Jonah Recknitz. He is a big part of Israel.
And let me say this. I hate to cut the brother off, but I want to have y'all put a pin right here because remember this brother said that these are supposed to be Floyd Mayweather's businessmen and his confidants and all these people that he trusts, right? Now, these are all Jews. These are the same Jews that are shaking hands with Floyd Mayweather behind the scenes and saying, hey, we got you. I want you to put a pin in that because that's the exact same situation that happened with Martin Luther King and his dream and the Jews he had behind his dream, okay? Because I don't want us to lose sight of this. These are the same people. These the same Jews like Aiden Ross over there playing with Christian, over there playing with Charleston White. That's the same people. I need y'all to understand this. I don't need you to understand it. I need y'all to understand what I'm saying to you. It's the same group of people that is doing all of this to all of the niggas. It's the same Jews that took Wildin' Out from Nick Cannon. It's the same Jews that had Kyrie Irving on here apologize. The same people. The same people. It ain't gonna be no different when we get to the civil rights movement. I need y'all to know that. But let me let the brother finish cooking. Hold on.
And allegedly, he is the manager who scammed Floyd out of all kinds of things, but namely, they took his jet. According to the lawsuit that Floyd Mayweather had put in, they wired millions of dollars into accounts that he didn't know about. And it was all behind this guy, Jonah Records. And it's really crazy because Floyd was caping and standing up for Israel so much. And then to find out that the same people that he stood for scammed his pockets, according to him. And from a couple of inside sources, they're saying that guy moved in and kind of X'd out all the Floyd people around him that had been with Floyd. And he got control of everything. And according to Floyd's lawsuit, he stole money, stole property. He even took $100-something million worth of jewelry, which I don't know why you got $100 million worth of jewelry, but sold it back to jewelers for only $13 million.
Oop! Didn't I tell y'all they take everything they give you, they coming back and take? They done took this nigga jewelry that he spent $100 million for and sold it back to the jeweler for 13. You know why? Because it was never worth $100 million when he bought it. That's why. It was never worth $100 million when Floyd bought that shit. But because he's Floyd, they can up the price. That's why mind you, he probably bought it from Jews, and then the Jews came and took it back and sold it back to the Jews that he spent too much money on that shit for. You got to know this. I need y'all to understand this. That's why they took his jewelry and gave it back to because they all in on it together.
I don't know what the hell going on, but this is a cautionary tale. Do not trust everybody with their money, and this came back to bite Floyd in the butt, and I don't like it. What if I told you? Wait, so you telling me
that part? Somebody said money never left their community. That part. And you know what Floyd's main job was to do? Cape for the Jews and then come back and stun on a nigga. Floyd Mayweather's main job was to cape for the Jews while they rig up his fights to make him look like he was greater than he was, because he wasn't. Y'all can sit up here and holler about self-defense my ass. A boxer's supposed to throw punches and get hit. I ain't never heard of no shit about no nigga running in the ring and becoming no GOAT. Oh yes, I do follow sports, or I did at one point. I've always thought Floyd was a made-up character. But I guess because I'm a girl and I don't have a long history in boxing, people didn't want to hear me. But I've always thought his entire career was created in a goddamn lab. And now that we know he tied up on them Jews, I know for a fact they the ones created that bullshit. At any rate, his job was to cape for the Jews and come back to us and floss his money on us. That was his job. And he did a damn good job of that. Every time you see Floyd, he had money all out. Every time you see Floyd, cars all up and down the street, clubs. Every time you see Floyd, money. He even called himself Money Mayweather. His job was to get the money, fuck us, and then come back and flaunt it in front of our face. That was his whole job. Now that he either done pissed them off or they done had enough, now they stripping him of all that wealth that he thought he had, or they getting it all back. They stripping him from all of that wealth and they gonna put him right back in front of us. They always do that. If you didn't know, welcome to the party. You're late. They do that to all of the great celebrities. Every single fucking one of them. If they don't die first, they strip them of everything. They prop them up in front of us, give them all these monies and cars and jewels and lifestyle. And whenever they get tired of them, they strip all that shit away and then put them right back in front of us. Yep. So do I feel bad for Floyd? Fuck no. Hell no. I feel worse for a roach getting stomped on than I would goddamn Floyd Mayweather and them Jews. You live by them Jews, you die by them Jews. Said what I said. But good luck, Floyd. Good luck, brother. Good luck, little brother. I hope he don't come back to the community looking for us to help him, because he's always giving us his ass to kiss. And I don't want to hear no turncoat ass nigga like Charleston White, but I used to be cool with him. Fuck y'all niggas too. That nigga ain't never did nothing for us as a community, so fuck him, let his mother love him. Said what I said. Said what I said. Now you see how I go with the Jews. Let's move on. And guess who? You know who else they gonna do that to? Charleston. Watch. Charleston is another one. I seen him online talking about how he tried to get with OG Murder. This is a dude from New Orleans. He tried to get with OG Murder, offer him $100,000, and how the Jews gonna do this and the Jews gonna do that. Now, and the boy OG Murder turned it down. He calling OG Murder stupid. But I'm saying to myself, all money ain't good money. I wouldn't want no money tied to Charleston and them Jews. Not now. I wouldn't want a penny that's tied to Charleston White and them goddamn Jews. I done told y'all, he is the bait. Charleston is the bait. He the go-between between them Jews and the niggas. And he's supposed to go recruit as many souls for them Jews as he can. I said what I said. But take it how you want to. Take it how you want to, okay? I just tell you now, I won't be dealing with it. Now, I want to show y'all this last thing, and then we moving on to some of the topics. Did y'all see this boy, Deshae Frost? He's talking to his mama, and they speak about how the daddy cheated on the mama with her cousin, and she was not over that. You can tell. Check this out.
How did you end up? Because I have an older brother on my dad's side, not my mom.
This is Deshae Frost. He is a streamer, and I guess he's having a streaming conversation with his mom and his daddy. And he says he has an oldest brother that he's asking his daddy about. Turns out the daddy slept with his mama's cousin and got both of them pregnant. Why they having this on the stream, I don't know. Maybe they wanted to go viral. Let's get into it.
I'm sorry. So he ended up, like, he cheated on you and had another baby mama?
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so how did that end up happening with, like, having, like, how did that happen? Like, having another baby mama, you're trying to explain to my mom what the hell happened? Like, how did that even, y'all went to this, did all three of y'all, she was your cousin?
She was my cousin.
That's your cousin?
Yeah.
It's crazy. But that don't make sense. If he had a kid with your cousin, and is that my brother? Like,
It's your cousin and your brother.
That's my cousin brother? That's not your real life cousin.
That's your brother.
I've known her since middle school. We both found out we're the same aunt. They're both my sister's aunt, but it's still my aunt too. So I was like, she's like, we're cousins. And we get to high school, and then.
So you telling me Khalil's my cousin and my brother?
Your brother.
No, that's crazy. Wait, so how'd you find out he had a kid on you?
What was that? Let me see.
Don't be like, what was that?
No, go ahead. You guys tell. Go ahead, tell her. I don't remember.
First of all, this is kind of graphic. Kids, close your eyes.
Yeah.
So me and Jamal were walking. We were walking. I knew she was a trainer for their football team.
So she was a trainer. So the first baby mama, you play football. The first baby mama was a trainer for your football team.
Mm-hmm.
A girl was a trainer for your football team?
Yeah, they had girl trainer.
This is what she did. Me and Jamal were walking, right? She went like this. I didn't know what it meant at the time. She was like, Deshae. And then I looked up and she looked up and she went like this.
What does that mean?
I didn't know what it meant at the time. Then she was pregnant after that.
What does that mean?
What does that mean, Jamal?
That?
She wiped down there and then she went like that.
Like Where? When?
She
Like,
basically saying when I see her, she's always get wet.
No, she
That's what it was.
Oh my God.
no, that's crazy. What? No, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
So basically, I remember he brought his little nephew to school one day, and I was holding him. He was like, all right.
That was Deshaun.
Yeah,
oh, Deshaun? Okay.
Deshaun couldn't walk, but Deshaun was hella big, so I'm carrying the whole Deshaun, right? And so it was in my computer class, and I just heard a bunch of people screaming outside, like, whatever. So I look out the window, I'm holding Deshaun, and I seen the girl get out the car.
Mm-hmm.
She had a pregnant belly because she left the state for a few months.
Uh-huh.
Came back, she had a pregnant belly, and then I just was staring out the window, crying. Tears were just falling down.
But how'd you know that was from him, though?
I knew it because they messed around like all the time. Like I knew it.
While he was dealing with you?
He knew it. Yes.
So why did you end up? Because I have an older brother on my dad's side, not my mom's side.
You know, the mama don't seem like she's gotten over this. I really hope the best for her because, girl, at this point in time, I'm not saying I couldn't imagine. Let me just go back. I couldn't imagine my cousin sleeping with my baby daddy getting pregnant by him. I couldn't imagine. But at the end of the day, I think for her own sake, it's time for her to let that go and heal. But in another scheme of things, I don't know why this young man felt like he needed to put this on stream. And the fact that he's sitting up there laughing with his daddy tells me everything that I need to know. Like the daddy, you could tell he still think he's 16. The daddy still probably got holes like 90 going west. He still think he's 16, and the son gonna grow up just like him because he got money and fame too. He not even the most handsome, but he got money and fame. He gonna grow up just like his daddy. Well, he probably is just like his daddy. But again, everything for streaming numbers, right? I will say this. I'm so happy that I've never been around, that I know of, that I've never been around women who wanted to sleep with the men that I was around, that I know of. I thank God I'm not cut like that. I thank God I've never looked at somebody else's person and be like, you know what? I want to sleep with them. I thank God that life has been better to me. And at least, even if it wasn't the love I thought I had, every man that has ever come across me has loved me. Not in all the best ways, but I ain't just have no fly by night niggas in my life. And I thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that these niggas was perfect because I done had some fucked up niggas too. But I ain't never had no fly by night niggas that'll be around behind my back screwing my cousins. That I know of. Let me just say that. That I know of. But anyway, it's just, you know, I thank God I don't have to be around that type of energy with them hoes. Because I seen even with K. Michelle speaking about how what's her name? K. Michelle spoke about how Portia was sleeping with her ex. And you should have seen the women in the comments saying, well, she don't know you. She don't owe you no loyalty. And these be the women who grow up. Let me tell you about these women. Women who think like that, they go through their whole lives looking for love, but they never find it. Once they realize they done hold themselves out and they have nothing left to give, they either go be a dyke or they go to church. But either way, that whole spirit still lies in them. Oh yeah, these the hoes who been whooping penub their whole life. Yup. Them the hoes, they done screwed the uncles, the aunties' husbands, the friends' husbands and boyfriends. They done screwed everybody. Body tore up and ran through. And then once they get to the end of the rope, just like Portia, once they get to the end of the rope, they either turn to the bull daggers or they turn to God. Some turn to both. And they die forgetting that they was a whore. Yeah, they go into their old age forgetting that they used to be a whore that couldn't be trusted. And they want to forget that, and they get them, oh, well, I would have never. Yes, you would have. Yes. I see it all the time. The cousin fates of the world. A whole bunch of cousin fates of the world. I'm so glad I never had that spirit on me. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Now let's move on. Yeah, they be saying they delivered. Girl, like I told y'all, Portia with that girl because Portia has to be. No other man wants her. Not no man that she wants. And people in the comments justifying Portia. Well, she don't owe her nothing. You right. I guess. You right. She don't owe her nothing. But girl, What do you owe to yourself? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Everybody different. Moving on. Let's get into Cheyenne Bryant. Cheyenne Bryant, this light bulb head, a Bug's Life ass bitch that done played on y'all top. And let me tell you why she played on y'all top. First of all, I believe that Cheyenne Bryant is a boule baby. Yes. And for y'all who don't know what boule babies are, let me help y'all out. There's this thing called Jack and Jill. Some of y'all might know about Jack and Jill, but that's one of the secret societies for people who are for adults who are in big secret societies for their children. It's kind of like a precursor to the D9, if it makes sense. A lot of the boule babies have grown up to be adults, and you see them all over your news feeds. These are your people in politics. These are your people who your self-life and help coaches and all that stuff. A lot of them are streamers. A lot of them are big YouTubers. These boule babies have a way into the industry that you have no clue about. See, the industry makes you think y'all found these people and they just randoms. No. These are boule babies grown and bred to be here right now doing exactly what they did. Why is this important? Cheyenne Bryant, I believe, is a boule baby. That means she come from a line of people who've been selling out niggas since the beginning of time. That's what a boule is. Okay? Now, these people typically live well. They typically go to the better schools. They typically have the better outcomes in life because their job is to be the 10% that keep the 90% down. Okay? Now, y'all don't know about boule babies because y'all ain't never heard of them, but I'm here to tell you there's a secret society of young adults. Matter of fact, some of them, a lot of the times they be the ones doing interviews with the president and stuff. That's the boule babies. It's a real thing. But these people are put in place to mislead you and misguide you, and they have the backing of the system and the rest of the internet and celebrities around them. Why is this important? Y'all know I hate celebrities, right? And I do. And not all of them, but I'm talking about the ones who are visible and who keeps this charade and this shenanigan up. You bitches I hate. And let me tell you why, because they have this big lie that they're keeping a secret behind our back. They all know that everybody behind us is playing with us. As a matter of fact, they're helping the people to play with us. This is their whole job, these boule babies. And they are very close to celebrities and athletes and all these things. This is why, what's his name? Cam Newton invited her in the first place. Y'all think this was a random interview. No. Cam Newton is not only an athlete, but he is a boule baby as well. Remember, Cam Newton daddy was a big time preacher. Boule baby. They be not all preachers, not the preachers that be on the corner at the corner store. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about these mega churches. These are all boule people, and they create boule babies. These children come up in secret societies that are taught to basically keep secrets from the masses, okay? So her being with Cam Newton, y'all thought it was random, but it was not. It was set up and it was contrived to introduce her to us as the lion doctor that we know her to be. Yes, Portia is definitely a boule baby. Why do you think the show centered around her after a while? SZA is definitely a boule baby. Yes. There's a crap ton of boule babies that y'all just don't know. Jamal Bryant is the boule baby. Yay. Jamal Bryant is a boule. It's a lot of these boule babies that y'all don't know because they masquerade amongst us as one of us, but they are not. At any rate, I'm saying all that to say when Cam Newton brought her around, he knew exactly what this was for. But he wanted y'all to make it seem like you found her. You didn't find her. They strategically put her on his platform so she can say what she say and do what she do so that we could think that she was something that she wasn't, okay? And it always helps that these people are beautiful. Cheyenne Bryant is a beautiful girl. Let's really be clear about it. She bad. Look at her. The bitch is cold. We got to be real about that. But at the end of the day, she's a plant, is what she is. Now, this is what bothers me. It's already came out that she's a liar. She lied and said that she was a doctor. She even trademarked the word doctor under her name and basically tried to make it seem like she was an actual licensed therapist or a psychologist when the fact of the matter is she was not. She then tried to hide under the fact that she practiced under clinicals or practiced under, what do you call it? internship. She tried to use her practice at a school that we still haven't confirmed as to show her being an actual therapist or psychologist. But the fact of the matter is the veil was lifted and we found out this bitch is a bold-faced lie. I don't give a damn how pretty she is. She's a bold-faced lie, okay? But if people can't see past what or get past what they see, they'll give her a pass, okay? Now, why is this important? It ain't even the fact that she lied. This is why I hate celebrities. It's the people that helped her to lie that y'all need to be upset with. I told y'all the world is a stage. The world is a big ass stage. Y'all be logging into this internet every day and it bothers me to my core. It really upsets me and my homegirls that y'all be on here taking this shit for truth. When 99% of this shit you seeing is all cap. I need y'all to understand. 99% of the shit you see when you log in the internet. I don't give a damn if you're on a Google engine. I don't give a damn if you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. It don't matter if you in an email. 99% of the shit you see on the internet is cap. It's not real. But the internet understands and the powers that be understands that most people won't see it like that. They'll say, well, maybe half is real and half is fake. And that's too much of a gap for you to fall into the bullshit. Okay? But they use this to their advantage because most of the people are ignorant. And when I say ignorant, it's not a dig, meaning you don't know. And this is what they use. So let me fast forward. So now remember, these liars only work when they have the backing of the system, the puppets, the celebrities. We saw Dr. Umar. Let me get him on here. Let's get the first puppet on here. Dr. Umar, and I don't know why y'all even listening to anything he's saying. He's been hollering Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never, and had a daughter he couldn't even take care of. But that's neither here nor there. He is the first one to pop out a lion-ass Leo, no shade, but he the first one to pop out to have her back. Let's get into Umar on saying why. He said that we attacking her because we jealous. Check it out.
So what do I think is going on here, Art? I believe that Black women, I'm going to call the kettle black. Some men too, but mostly Black women are attacking her out of jealousy. They are jealous of her looks. They are jealous of her life coaching career. They are jealous of her podcast success. They wish they were in her position. And because they are not, they are trying to destroy that woman. Period. Point blank in the story. I've told you before, Art, that Black...
Wait, before we let him finish, this the same brother that had been on here for years and years and years promoting Black queens and Black women being this, that, and the third. Now, because Cheyenne Bryant, a Boule baby, is under fire, all that shit go out the window. Oh, that shit dead. No. We don't give a fuck about none of that no more. Y'all hoes jealous. It go from Black queens this. Mind you, this is the same brother who knows that we hella educated. He knows that Black American women hold probably one of the highest groups of education in the statistics. But he gonna turn around and say these same Black women are just jealous and hating on Cheyenne Bryant. Even though it's probably millions of women in the chat, I'm not saying millions, but a lot of women in the chat saying, but wait, Dr. Umar, I actually went to school and got my doctorate. This is disrespectful. None of that matters. Because remember, these Boule babies, there's a secret society behind the scenes that you don't know about. And their job is to protect each other from you. Even when the cover has been blown. It don't matter what Dr. Umar says. The fact of the matter is she has been found out to be a fucking liar. None of that, nothing after that shit matters. But when you are on a payroll and you have to do what you're told and they tell you to get out here and take her side, that's exactly what you do. But again, I don't know why anybody would listen to anything Umar has to say since we found out he don't even take care of his children. Yeah. But let him finish though, because we all jealous of Cheyenne.
Men have a problem with each other, right? We got an ego problem. I think Black women's problem with each other exceeds Black men's problem with each other, Bryant. So what do I think is going on here, Art?
Listen. The same black women who he put up high are now jealous. That's big. And this is why I tell y'all, watch the people you listening to. Because Dr. Umar, I thought you cared about the community. I thought you cared about the people. Why are you over here taking Cheyenne Bryant's side? It's been proven that she's a liar. There should be nothing else to say after that. Remember, this is another fake ass doctor. This is another fake ass doctor. So it would make sense for him to help up for Cheyenne. His shit has already been out for years and years. People just haven't resurfaced it recently. But it has already been out that we haven't been able to find his shit neither. But here it is. Yay. We just hating on Cheyenne. I'll give you another one. Now this bitch, you all know I don't like this hoe. But Amanda Seals, who be looking and itching for a reason to be relevant. I don't know why. If somebody don't go retwist this whole locks, I'ma batter up my damn self. You feel what I'm saying? At any rate, I ain't gonna do nothing to it. Let me stop for somebody to say I'm threatening the bitch. I don't even know this Caillou looking ass bitch. I don't even know this Arthur looking ass hoe. At any rate, here it is. This is another one. Amanda Seals, who swears to God she's for the people, now all of a sudden has all this to say about y'all hating on Cheyenne Bryant. Nobody cares that this lady lied. As a matter of fact, I've seen people even go as far as to say, well, she didn't hurt nobody. Are you insane? Are you insane? What do you mean she didn't hurt nobody? She lied and created a whole career off the premise of being a doctor. She hurt a lot of people. Are you insane? People really trusted in her, believed in her because she had doctor in front of her name. But she didn't hurt nobody. I'm telling you, I'm showing you this, ladies and gentlemen, because you need to know that these people are not on your side. These activists, these politicians, these celebrities, none of them give one single fuck about you. As a matter of fact, their job is to keep you stupid. Their whole job, Umar, Amanda Seals, Cheyenne Bryant, Cam Newton, everybody, the whole job of these people is to keep you dumb and stupid. The moment y'all start waking up, then they'll flip it on you and say, oh, y'all just jealous. Or they'll flip it on you and say, oh, y'all have an issue. Wake your duck ass up, Black America, because y'all be loving on these people as if y'all know them. Wake your duck ass up. They playing in your face, fat. They playing all up and down your face. Let's get into Amanda Seals.
Why are you all so obsessed about Cheyenne Bryant? I'm beginning to think that this is a bot thing. Why are you so obsessed about this? Like, okay, she lied.
Mind you, this the same Democratic puppets who freak out when Trump lied or freak out when somebody on the right lied. This is why I tell y'all, stop getting caught up in these bullshit politics, because it's all a distraction to play on your top. These the same people, if Cheyenne Bryant was a MAGA supporter, they would have told her to fuck down. But because she's on their side, it's different. It's different. Now it must be bots. It ain't no bots. This hoe created a whole lifestyle and a whole career off of a lie. This ain't bots. The people really feel some type of way about that. Come on, man. Think about it. That's why I tell y'all, yes, please think for yourself and stop following these people. They playing on y'all top.
Why are you so obsessed about this? Like, okay, she lied. I can see if she lied and like harmed people, but she was on my podcast and she was brilliant. I think it's fucked up that she lied. You know, and then that's that. The need to, if y'all went this hard against like Kamala Harris for supporting a genocide, then like.
See how she deflected? See how it went from, Y'all should go hard on this. Or if y'all went this hard, see how that deflection hurry up? That's to make you not think about the fact that she's scolding you for being upset about the truth. Your so-called friend lied, you raggedy bitch. The fuck? That's why she can't find a man or a friend. That's why God has already banished this hoe to loneliness for the rest of her days. That hoe gonna be windmilling on herself till she died. That's an evil-hearted bitch there. But I've been told you I never liked the hoe. Never liked her from day one. Off the cuff, never liked her. Never fucking liked the bitch. Never. This hoe right here has been banished to loneliness for the rest of her day. A dog won't even be this whole companion. And these the people y'all following behind? Yeah, that's big. That hoe don't even have a pet that love her. And these the people though.
What would that would matter to me? I don't have, there's no match. I don't need to have some type of debate with Cheyenne Bryant. At the end of the day, for some reason, she felt like she needed to lie about credentials. I don't know why. I think part of the reason is because we live in a world where we act like credentials is what determines somebody's effectiveness across the board. And in some respects, it is absolutely necessary. And in her respect, it actually wasn't necessary for her to do the work that she does. That being said, I just don't care.
But all she had to do was say, I'm not a licensed doctor, or I'm not a doctor. I do call myself Dr. Cheyenne, but this is not what I do professionally. All she had to do was say that, but she didn't. She lied. She lied and said that she was a doctor. She allowed people to believe that she had credentials, and then we find out she didn't. But instead of you being, if you're supposed to be for the people, instead of you saying, you know what, Cheyenne girl, you my friend, but damn, bitch, the way you defrauded or frauded them people was fucked up. You would think you would say that. That's if this girl, Amanda Seales, really cared about the people. But none of these people care about people. I need y'all to understand. These are all actors in a play. Amanda Seales is an actor. Cheyenne Bryant is an actor. You think it's just the reality TV girls? All of these people are huge actors in a fucking play. That's why she on the internet telling you that it's no big deal. Because God forbid you pull back the curtain and see it's production behind these hoes. You see what I'm saying? So now her job is to calm you down and tell you tripping. You overreacting, because God forbid you realize what the fuck this is. These people are not your friends, nor are they doing or saying anything to help you. Their whole job is to keep you distracted. Yes, Truman Show. That is their job, to keep you stupid and dumb and ignorant. That's the whole premise of this thing. Y'all cracked the matrix when you found out what's her name? Cheyenne Bryant ain't no motherfucking doctor. Somebody put a crack in the matrix when they put it out there that she ain't no doctor. So now all of these other celebrities and all these other people y'all love are swarming, trying to get y'all back together to say, oh no, don't worry about that. That's not what you thought it was. Just look this way. This is their jobs. This why I hate celebrities, because y'all don't know their real jobs. Y'all really around here thinking they act or they sing or they politics. No, their job is to keep you stupid. Remember that.
I don't care. She was on my podcast and she was incredible. I don't care.
Obviously.
I think it sucks, and I think it was not smart, and I think that at the end of the day, there are people who work really hard to get doctorates. There are also people who call themselves doctor when they get an honorary doctorate, and I don't think that's much different. I don't think it's much different. Maya Angelou was walking around calling herself Dr. Maya Angelou. She didn't complete a doctorate.
First of all, Maya Angelou did not go around telling everybody she was no doctor. Once she got her honorary doctorate for being such the poet that she was, then she leaned into the title. But she still didn't go around swearing to God that she was no doctor, telling people that she's a clinical license, this, that, and the third. Your friend did that, stupid bitch.
Some university gave her a doctorate. Which university was it? Was it Spelman? I think it was Spelman.
Girl, I hate these bitches.
So I just don't. Yeah, Maya Angelou had an honorary doctorate. She didn't complete a doctoral. She didn't do doctoral study.
These are all false equivalencies, people. They're trying to make it seem like what Cheyenne did wasn't bad because they're going to bring up other people who really weren't doctors. This is a false equivalency to make you okay with Cheyenne lying to you. Yeah, I've had enough. Let me just say this. The reason why Cheyenne Bryant could post photos and pictures like this, right, is because they know the play. You don't. They behind the scenes know the play. Cheyenne Bryant don't give two mammy motherfucks what y'all think about her. What she cares about is her image and if she's going to still have a following after this. And unfortunately, because people are so naive, and I got to say this part, stupid, they're still going to follow her. This is why she turns around and posts this thirst trap video, because she knows, okay, they found out I'm a liar. At least I can distract them with my beauty. And let me just say this. She's not using this to distract with men. This for the hoes. This for the women. Because women be more fans after another bitch in her body than the niggas. Yeah. See, y'all think this thirst trap video for the men. No. This ain't got shit to do with men because men wasn't her main followers. This photo and this thirst trap, that's for the women who claim to be straight. Bloop. That's for you straight hoes who be scissoring in your brain. Raggedy bitches. That's for you hoes who want to act like y'all really don't like girls. But y'all hoes really be thirsting after these hoes wanting to lick between their legs and all of that. That's for y'all. That's for y'all. It ain't for the men. She don't have male followers. It's for you bitches. And it's gonna work just like a charm. Just like a charm. People are not going to care that she lied. They're going to see that she's pretty. And they're going to say, oh, it's okay. Well, you know what? She's right. Maya Angelou did say she... Yay! That's for them hoes who claiming to be straight. Girl, at any rate, this is why I tell y'all, don't follow none of these people on this internet. These people will lead your ass to hell. You're supposed to follow your own inner compass. Follow your own self. Use discernment even when y'all on the internet looking at anybody. Your insides part is going to tell you what's good and what's not. And a lot of people like to ignore their own discernment to go after what they like. I'm here for it. But at the end of the day, when these people get caught up in their lies, just because you like to go into a state of delusion don't mean the rest of us do. Amanda Seals, Dr. Umar, and all these other people who online telling y'all, let it go, they only feel some type of way because y'all put a crack in the matrix. Somebody was able to point out something that was supposed to be hidden, and that was Cheyenne Bryant being a regular ass doctor. Okay? And this is the gag. She ain't the only one. Wait till y'all find out y'all faves don't do what y'all think they do. Wait till y'all find out they not as talented as y'all thought they was. Because this whole thing is a stage. And for y'all who don't know, we are in the age of Aquarius. All of those fake ass people who've been at the top, I don't know if y'all been paying attention. They all crumbling. They all going down. And all the cream is about to rise. So that means the fake shit got to be bought down in order for the real shit to be bought up. So all of y'all faves that y'all thought was this, that, and the third, y'all now about to start seeing them hoes wasn't shit. A whole bunch of smoking mirrors and a bunch of algorithm. That's all it was. It was all a big lie. All y'all, let me get my people up here. Let me get my little partner up here. All y'all running around here. Oh, this one is this one is that. Nope. It was all a lie. It's all a lie.
It's survival. Survival.
somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Y'all about to find out. Because listen, in order for the real to rise, the fake got to be exposed. But my thing is, when it get exposed, y'all can't ignore it. You got to understand what it is. This is definitely the Wizard of Oz. If it wasn't for Toto pulling that goddamn rug back, that curtain back, they really would have thought the Wiz was some big scary man up top. No, this is some Wizard of Oz ass shit. All y'all faves about to get exposed, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's move on. Now, I got to get into Jess Hilarious. I am not a fan of Jess non-hilarious. Everybody knows that. But when she windmilling against the TSs, I'm on her side. Said what I said, okay? But neither here nor there, Jess Hilarious. The reason why I'm bringing this up, y'all, because we got to have a real conversation, Black American women. So often I see us ask questions because we see a lot of femininity going on with the men in our community, and it is a real thing because I have seen some of it and was like, yeah, this is too much. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that video. What's the girl who said the nigga was running up and bedazzled? Hold on, bedazzled. It was this girl who went viral who was like, these niggas is bedazzled, man. It's pissing me off. Hold on, let me show y'all. And I was about to say ain't nothing wrong with men. Here she go. I was about to say ain't nothing wrong with men wearing bedazzled, but I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. Y'all seen this video? Look at this girl.
I'm sorry. It's a pearl rhinestone epidemic, baby. These niggas got on more shine than me. The fuck? Niggas over there cutting my motherfucking thigh up. I look down, you got motherfucker. You bejeweled, nigga. I'm irritated as fuck. Hey, y'all fucking the game up. Matter of fact, he got it on right now. Your shit iridescent. I'm hella irritated, blood. You too? Oh.
Because why are y'all out here bedazzling?
Now, why is this important? A lot of the men, they went from wearing man purses. Now, well, they already wearing the man purses. But ultimately, they wearing the bedazzles in the jewelry and all of the stuff. Big old Zest Fest. Huge Zest Fest, okay? Well, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want my nigga bedazzled out. I ain't gonna lie. I don't. I don't care what your man wear. I don't want my man wearing rhinestones and bedazzles too. One of us gotta shine and the other one gotta not, okay? Now, why is this important? There's been an epidemic of women saying who gonna be the boys, who gonna be the boys. And I keep telling Black American women, instead of complaining about it, we have to make the change, because what happens is there's a natural order of balance, which means there has to be a yin and there always has to be a yang. And that yin and yang, at some point, it may do this, but it always has to balance out. So when I saw that a lot of the men were being effeminized with the clothes and the sayings, I've even seen men do like this. Weird. But when I saw that, I realized that in order for that yin to happen, a yang has to happen right within this at the same time, which means if the men are becoming more effeminate, then that only means the women are becoming more masculine. And as a Black woman who has been hella in my masculine state, I know that that's the truth. And I don't want nobody to feel no type of way, because I'm about to give y'all the God's honest truth. Now, the reason why the men are becoming more effeminate is because obviously there's an agenda push so that the men could be the girls and the girls could be the boys, right? And it's working flawlessly. It really is. But at the end of the day, I take issue with the women who complain about the boys being the boys, or being the girls, I'm sorry, when they are still at home practicing being the boys. Let me give you an example. There are certain things women should not be doing when it comes to courting and dating. It's just certain things. One of those things is proposing. I don't give a fuck if you proposed to your husband 20 years ago and y'all still unhappily married. You 1 in a million, bitch. That is not normal. But if you let the internet buck you up, y'all think that that shit is normal. And this is why, because the natural order things aren't being followed, y'all wondering why things are going kaput. Y'all wondering why y'all getting effeminate men and these men, and y'all becoming the niggas, right? Or another thing, chase after a man, choose a man. You are not supposed, as a woman, I don't give a fuck what nobody else say. Y'all out here choosing niggas and you wondering why shit going kaput, 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 kaput. You are not supposed to choose a man. Not in the way y'all talking about. Women are actively hunting and looking for men as if they are men. And these are the same women saying, who gonna be the boys? You. You acting like a boy. They dress like the girl and you acting like a nigga. So if they the new girls, you are the new boys. But nobody is putting these two and two together. Everybody's so busy complaining about the boys being the new girls and the girls being the new boys, but nobody is sitting up here saying, wait a minute, how can we stop this? I'm going to tell you how we can stop this. Women got to go back to being women so that the men will have to go back to being men. And y'all I don't want to hear them feminist bitch on here hollering about, but it's always up to us. Yes, sometimes it is. And for Black American women, if you want Black men to be men, you have to be the woman. And if you keep running across men who are girls, you got to go back to the mirror and say, what the fuck wrong with me? Why I keep running across these bitch ass niggas? In order for them to be men, you have to step back and be women. You cannot chase like a man. You cannot talk like a man. You cannot walk like a man. You cannot carry yourself like a man inside of a relationship with another man and then expect to find a man. That don't go like that. But I'll be getting all of the wrong in the flack in the world for saying that shit out loud. Every time I hear a woman say, who gonna be the boys, I so want to bat the piss out of them and say, you stupid bitch. Because if they over here being girls and you dressing your little boys to be little girls, treating them like a little girl, got them hoeing up like a little bitch, yay. Can't nobody tell your son nothing. Can't nobody do nothing to your son. He can't go over here. Y'all treat your sons like little girls. Grow them up to be men and then be mad when you run into bitches. Come on, man. Yes, some stuff do start with us. If you want the new men to be men, you have to be the woman. And I'm going to give you an example of that. Jess Hilarious. She's already masculine as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? That's why the TSs couldn't wait to call this hoe a nigga. You see what I'm saying? So Jess Hilarious is on this show and she's speaking about her husband. Now let's look at her husband first of all. You can tell who wears the pants in this relationship. You can tell who wears the pants in this relationship. She's definitely the man 24/7. I don't give a damn what she posts on the internet. I don't give a damn what she say on these interviews. She is the nigga 24/7 in this relationship. Said what I said. And the reason I know that is because how she met him. She saw him. She sought him out. This is not a natural order of things. Women, you're not supposed to seek out men. Y'all ever wonder why? I know I'll say this. The last relationship, I sought out that man. I ain't gonna say I sought him out, but I was aggressive and I went at him first. And guess what I got? Exactly what I got. You cannot go outside of the natural order of things and then expect the right result, right? Now, don't get me wrong. This nigga was a man all through and through. But I'm saying all that to say what happens is when you step outside the natural order of selection, meaning you're supposed to be the one being chosen, not doing the choosing, then you run yourself into a brick wall. So here it is. Jess Hilarious is on TV or on this internet telling people that she chose her husband. And I see people in the comments saying, oh, see, this how you know he ain't use her because she chose him. And she's talking about this. And the guy on the internet is saying, or in the interview is saying, yeah, see, more women need to do this. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, but y'all the same ones asking who gonna be the boys. As a woman, you cannot act like a man, do things as men do, and then search for a man. You will never fucking find him. The internet has tricked black women into thinking independence is a badge of fucking honor when it's not. It's hard being independent. It's hard doing everything by your motherfucking self. It's hard paying for everything. It's hard to grab the case of water out the back of the car. I do it, but I don't want to fucking do it. But the internet got women thinking that this shit is a badge of honor and we're supposed to be praised for doing this shit. This is insane. We're not. This isn't the natural order of things. So when I see Jess Hilarious put this out there to the ethers, and you get 1 or 2 people in the comments saying it worked for them, and then most of the people in the comments saying closed mouths don't get fed, it grinds my gears when those same people turn back around and say, who gonna be the boys? Black American women, you either gonna be the girl or you gonna be the boy. You can't be both. And if you want a man, you have to become a woman. And a woman don't mean what you got between your legs, the amount of children you have, and the responsibility. I mean mentality-wise. If you want to find a man, you need to become a woman. And most of us don't even know what that entails. But again, let's get into Jess Hilarious on how she picked and chose the nigga who gonna end up taking up for everything she got, if she even got much. Let's get into it, y'all. Oh, Lord, I think I closed out the tab. Let me pull it back up. I can put it up over here. Let's get into Jess Hilarious. Talk about the man that she chose and how she chose him. Let me just say this. This is not cool. This is not good, and it is not cool. And people who are awarding this cannot turn around then and say who gonna be the boys, because you bitches are too busy being the boys you looking for, okay? Now let me share this again. Get the likes up. And let me tell you something too. They put this out to the ether so y'all can continue to do this shit too. So y'all can follow behind her regular ass lead. I'm telling you now, if she giving me super teas, these hoes don't be living the life they be telling y'all. Let's get into it.
How did you meet your fiance? Because I know everyone is curious about your relationship.
I'm the type of woman I go after what I want. I'm not the type that's like, no, he gonna come get me. No, if you see something, go get it.
No.
If you like it. I remember it like it was yesterday, February 23rd, 2023. I just finished an episode of Breakfast Club. Went down to Baltimore. Me, my sister, and my friend, we went to get some crabs. I sit down, I'm drinking. He comes in and he joins another party at the end of the bar. And I'm looking, I'm like, ooh. I was blushing already. I was like, yeah, he mine. He don't even know. So I offered to buy a round of drinks. And this is also in the book as well.
All of this is so masculine. You already get the heat of being extra masculine. And then you turn around and say, you saw this man, you acting like a whole ass nigga. You seen a man at the end of the bar, you asked your friend, ooh, who is that? And your friend said, oh, this so-and-so. And you said to yourself, he's mine. This is all masculine as fuck. He'll be divorcing you here in a minute. I promise you.
Chose him.
Excuse me? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Y'all-
See, ladies, y'all got to start choosing men that y'all want. Like,
but y'all want the men to be the new... Girl.
A lot of women feel like they have to be courted, but no, he still courted me. I just courted him first. You know.
That's impossible. That nigga ain't court you, bitch. Why would he court you when you over there buying drinks off first meeting? You a fool. Anybody believe Jess Hilarious? You dumb as a box of rocks like this hoe. Think about it. Let's think logic. She sought him out. She pointed him out. She bought the drinks first. She offered to buy him a round of drinks. Right then and there, you're asserting that you the man. Right then and there, you're telling him subconsciously, I'm going to take care of you. But she want us to believe after she did all of that initiating, he turned around and courted her. Get your duck ass out of here, girl. Bye. That shit don't even make common sense. It don't make common sense. Come on now. She the whole nigga in the relationship.
So now we even because he popped the question. He married me and boom. But so I offered to buy a round of drinks, you know, right? Shots for him. He didn't drink. He was like, no, I don't drink. I'm good. So I'm like, I got edibles. He like, yo, I'm good. What you trying to do? You know what I'm saying?
You're trying to get him lit.
You know what I'm saying? I sure was. I was having a fun time. I was happy. I was up for the position at Breakfast Club. And so I was just celebrating.
Right.
And so you don't know how drunk you are until you get up
and then
you get a little woozy. I'm like, shit, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I asked my sister, I was like, I gotta walk past him, but bitch, I'm drunk. She was like, all right, come on. So I knew he was about to leave. So I got up and I walked past him. I was like, I hope he not watching me walk away. And I turned around and he wasn't. So that was a little fucked up. But I came out and he was waiting for me to come out because he didn't want to leave without getting my number. He was like, I would love to take you on a date. I want to get to know you more outside of this element, right? Outside of this environment. And I was like, okay, cool. He hit me a week later, took me on a date, and I haven't left his side since then.
You serious?
Seriously.
So y'all just got together instantly.
Instantly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Round of applause for that. I love to see that, man.
Absolutely.
You keep it a little private a little bit?
I do. And that's for the sake of him, you know. And then also what I learned, because I was so used to being the one putting all of my relationships in the public eye, you know, online and things like that. What I learned is if it don't work, you gonna have to go back and explain to all these millions of people. You know, you see what Megan just did. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because she put him out there on Front Street. Sometimes you want to love out loud. So I don't blame her for doing that. And we all thought this was going to be something. Our girl was doing so much. She had her on a golf course, cooking for the family. They spent the holidays together, introducing, you know. But what I learned from that is that's exactly why you don't do that, you know. And this is the first relationship. Now I'm married, but when he was just my boyfriend, I still wanted to protect him when we were engaged because this is something worth protecting.
Right.
Other relationships, I didn't really feel that way.
Didn't we have this conversation with Trina? Didn't we have this exact same conversation with Trina? Why are women going around talking about protecting men? These the same men y'all want to be men. Why are women going around preaching about protecting a so-called man? Now, I'm not saying that there's no protection coming from women, because there is. In a real relationship, in a real union, there is a level of protection that comes from a woman. But that's not what we're talking about. Why do women get comfortable? This is a genuine question, but I could tell, and this is no shade, but if you take it like you take it, it is what it is. I can tell the women who's never been protected by a man because they think that this shit sounds normal. I can spot a woman who doesn't know what protection looks like from a man a mile away because y'all let this shit roll off y'all tongue like it's a regular everyday thing, and it's not. There should be no situation where a woman is sitting down speaking about why she needs to protect her man. Not in this setting. This is crazy. Everything Jess has said thus far leads to her being the initiator, her being the protector, and her being the provider. Yet and still, she wants us to believe that after she did all of that, he courted her. Come on now. Let's put our thinking caps on right quick. You done made yourself out to be the protector, the provider, and the everything to this nigga. But you want us to believe that even though he wasn't watching you walk away or nothing, you want us to believe that he caught you at the end of the hallway and said, hey, I do want to take you out. Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, watch out. Man, watch out. Watch out. Again, it goes back to what I said in the original. If the men are becoming the girls, then that means by law of nature that the girls become the new men. Y'all up here hollering who gonna become the boys or who gonna be the boys when it's you. Because you already being the boy. Talking about protecting and providing for a grown-ass man. This is asinine to me. I didn't grow up like this. I'm not used to this. Sorry, y'all. I'm not used to this. This isn't a normal everyday occurrence for me. Taking care of no niggas, being no protectors and no goddamn providers. This is asinine to me. Insanitary even. So the fact that these girls is on this internet talking about seeking out men, protecting and providing, and then turning on them same tongues, asking who gonna be the boys, it blows me. You can't have it both ways. It don't go like that. Jess is lying to you. She's another super sin ass bitch. She done found that nigga on the corner, dusted him off, and he light skinned so he look cleaner. She done found that nigga on the corner, dusted him off, and she been taking care of that nigga ever since. I just looked up to see what he do for a living, and they say he's CEO of a trucking company. Oh, girl, please. Nigga probably ain't drove no truck since the truck drove him. But you know how them hoes do when they want y'all to think the nigga got it. Wait till Mad Day, though. She gonna tell us he ain't never had shit. By no means or stretch of the imagination am I telling you not to be there for black men. What I'm telling black women is you can't want a man if you're going to be the man. Just hilarious, bitches like her are men. The same women who cosplay men running around looking for a man. You cannot do that, ladies. You can't. It just don't go like that. Rather you want to believe it or not, rather you want to say that's not true because my auntie married her. Okay, fine. I'm telling you by average or by law, it don't work like that. You cannot be a man and then search for a man. You have to rest in your femininity in order to find that equal balance of masculinity, which means you have to be available and ready for a man to approach you. But no man is going to approach a woman acting as a man. No man who's a real man want a bitch who he got to compete with when it comes to manhood. It just is what it is. And a man like him who's married to her knows that every day he's competing with her with his manhood. She makes more money. She's more popular. And on top of that, she's the provider. That ain't no man laid up with her. He will feel like shit laid up next to her on the internet telling people she got to protect him. Just like the same nigga with Trina. That ain't no man. No man want to be put on the side like he a little boy. But the internet and these so-called celebrities and puppets got y'all believing that this is the natural order of things. Stop asking who's going to be the new girls or the boys. It's you, Black American women. You are now officially the new boys. And y'all refuse to relinquish the doggone title because it makes you feel like somebody taking something from you. And then still in the same breath, y'all the same ones looking for a man. It's asinine. It's insane. Doing the same thing and looking for a different result. Insane is what it is. And this is another thing too. Somebody put in the chat, these men be bisexual. When you operate in your masculine energy, that's what you're going to get. A lot of them feminine ass men who take better care of their skin than you. Who you got to squint your eyes and hope he ain't no punk. That's because you acting like the nigga that he really want to be with. That's why. Yay. You act like a nigga and you going to get a bitch ass nigga on your side. It just is what it is. When you act like a woman, a man will approach you. But when you act like a nigga, a bitch ass nigga gonna be right there with you. You get it?
Okay. So that's why I was able to like put them in content and joke about them, rant and, you know, and just put everybody in my business because I realized this is something that everybody don't need to be in. Right. You know, I'm happy. I love that man so much.
How did you meet your fiance? Because I know everyone is curious.
Again, I ain't telling y'all what to do. Do what you want to do. But as long as you keep acting like a man, the more these men gonna turn into women. It just is what it is. I think the only way for us to get back to the natural order of things is for us to get back into our femininity and our masculinity. And I know to some Black women, you're going to say, well, it's hard, boo, because I got to do this and I got to do that. I get that. But we still got to find a way to find our femininity and rest there, even if it's for a minute. Even if it is for a minute. And let me just say this. You can definitely be an independent woman and still have your femininity. It doesn't require you to become a man. That's another trick the internet has played with y'all. Jess Hilarious is the man in her relationship. No real man wants to be courted by a woman. What Jess described to you is courting her fiance/husband. No real man wants to be. Let me say that again, because a lot of y'all gonna say that's not true. My husband let me court him. That take that between you and your husband. He might not be a real man. Let me say this again. No real man wants to be courted by a woman. It fucks up the natural order of things. Okay, that's why you think rich men go get women who don't have jobs and just lay up all day. It kind of balances out in their mind the masculine versus the feminine. No real man wants a woman that's gonna act like she the nigga. It just don't go like that. But if y'all let these people tell y'all will be courting men all day. I went through the comments. Somebody said, well, closed mouths don't get fed. It's all right. Then somebody, me and my husband, I met my husband the same way, and we've been together for 20 years. They don't be telling y'all behind the scenes that nigga been a punk the whole 20 years. You see what I'm saying? I hope that helps somebody. Let's move on. I hope that helps somebody. And I know it's gonna be a lot of tongue wrestling in the replay game. No, you could do it. Okay, keep doing it. Keep doing it. The only thing I will say is, if y'all keep acting like the men, just stop complaining about the men acting like the girls. If you're gonna be hell set on being the man, then stop coming to the internet asking who gonna be the boys. You are the boys. Said what I said. What you cooking? Thank you for the super chat. Says, Boo, YouTube been tripping since you left. Got me up here. I missed you. Can't wait for Malone Madness Mondays. And we got that popping off this evening. Thank you, what you cooking. Yeah, I didn't realize I went live on this channel and not the Dollhouse yesterday. I didn't realize that till this morning. But yeah, it ain't you. It might just be me. Thank you, what you cooking, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you again for the super chat. Says, using her pain for profit. She's green as $1. Hashtag Deshae. Oh, talking about Deshae Frost and his mama. I would have never put my mama on there to relive that embarrassment. But you know, these churn today, they don't give a damn about nothing. Don't give a damn. Thank you so much. And Kira Bryant, thank you so much for being a member for 17 months. Says, she's 100% trash. YouTube won't let me send my whole message. Oh, sorry, Kira. Thank you so much for the super chat. Y'all, I told y'all, the internet AI super chat, no, the AI on YouTube be running my chat, and it runs everybody's chat. I don't tell them what to do. A lot of times y'all comments and stuff be getting deleted. That don't be me. That be the AI in the chat. They I don't know. The YouTube AI doing what they want to do. I'm just saying. Let's move on. Now I want to get into David Banner. No. Hold on. Let's get into David Banner. Then we'll do the Atlanta politicians. Let's get into David Banner. So David Banner had came on the internet and said a few things about Martin Luther King, and I saw he set the internet ablaze because y'all love Mike. Let me just say this. I don't give a fuck about Martin Luther King. Oh, yeah. I'm going to say it loud and proud. I don't give no fucks about the Martin, the Luther, or the King. No, I don't. And let me tell you why. Because if y'all feel some type of way about Martin Luther King, log off now. Because I'm about to make you mad, bitch. I'm telling you now. Let me tell you why I don't give a damn about Martin Luther King. Because I understand who and what he really is, okay? Now, because you have been indoctrinated, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to believe that he was actually your friend and not your foe, you think that there's nothing negative that could be said about Martin Luther King. And I'm telling you now that is the witchcraft. Because Martin Luther King was the worst thing that ever happened to Black America. I said what I said. If he ain't the worst, he up there top 3. And let me tell you why. If you understood the actual real reason why there was a civil rights movement, then you know that the civil rights movement was simply created to take the rest of our wealth, to take us off our land, to take our identity, and to take whatever wealth we had left. That was the whole premise of the civil rights movement. Martin Luther King was an agent. His real name was Michael. That's why I call him Mike. He was a paid government agent by the Jews. Said what I said is documented. I don't have to say alleged because it's fucking documented. He was a paid government agent by the Jews. The Jews co-wrote and ghost wrote all of his shit. And he was there as a figurehead to march us up the mountaintop to take all our shit. It was Martin Luther King's dream of us holding hands with these crackers that's got us up shit creek without a paddle right now. And I don't give a damn about what he did at the fourth quarter, how he turned it around and said, we going to get these money. I don't give a damn. It's given to me. You don't like your cut of the deal. And you decided at the last minute, now I'm about to air all y'all out. But at that point, it's too late. And let me give you why I say that. If I came into your home and robbed you of every single thing that you had, so much so it robs you generationally, can I then come back 20, 30, 40, 50, or even 100 years later and say, you know what? I robbed you. I've taken everything from you, your family, your children, and their children, but I just want you to know that I'm sorry. Would you accept that? Would you then turn around and invite me over for dinner? Fuck no. You probably want to take my head off because that's what I would want to do. I don't care that Martin Luther King at the last minute said that he was going back to do the Poor People's Campaign. None of that matter because the damage was already done. Martin Luther King single-handedly got everything that we had. And I ain't gonna say single-handedly because it was a whole group of them. But Martin Luther King was one of the main figureheads to take every single thing that we had. If you look at the civil rights movement, it was led by adults, but ran by nothing but children. When you look at those kids being bit by dogs, those are children. When you look at people being arrested and hit over the head at lunch counters, those were children. Then most of y'all don't realize that the adults during the time of the civil rights movement wasn't fucking with that nigga. They wasn't. The adults during the civil rights movement thought that what Martin Luther King was doing was going to be the worst thing that happened to them. And they were right. They were right. But because we have been indoctrinated under the system all through the church house that Martin Luther King was the best thing that happened since sliced bread, it's like hearing paint or somebody scratching a chalkboard for me to tell you that Martin Luther King was nothing of the sort. As a matter of fact, he was the big gotcha bitch. Y'all want to know why every hood in America has a Martin Luther King Boulevard, and it's the worst part is because it's a slow, subtle reminder, aha, nanny boo-boo, we made you love the nigga that helped give us everything you got. Y'all loving on the nigga and worshiping the nigga that helped us take everything from you. I am not a fan of Martin Luther King. I haven't been since a little bitty girl. I always thought why they keep pushing this nigga down our throat. And now I understand why. Martin Luther King wasn't shit and I said it. Now, David Banner gonna get on here and say some stuff that's politically correct. And I heard Bernice, that's the daughter, she always coming out when nobody asks her big ass to say nothing. I heard the daughter coming out saying, leave my daddy alone. Oh, girl, you better fuck your daddy, bitch. We be done put your daddy realty out here and really put his whole image in the shit. Because let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this is the God's honest truth. Everything you've ever been taught about history is a lie. Okay? Everything, even these fake ass figureheads that y'all love so much, it's all a lie, okay? And what's happening is because we are in the age of Aquarius, all of their lies are being exposed, just like Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, just like all them other people behind her saying, well, who cares she lied? Everybody is being exposed, dead or alive. They're being exposed. And what we learned about Martin Luther King was he was not nowhere near anything good for us. And if you ask me, I am of the belief that the only reason he turned on at the end of his life was because he knew them Jews were taking everything back from him, just like they do the rest of these niggas. And he knew his life was over. That's what I believe. But y'all want to believe that Martin Luther King was the best thing that happened since sliced bread. But I'm over here telling you he was the worst. I don't give a damn about no Poor People's Campaign. He ain't go back and get our money back. I don't give a damn that he exposed about the land-grant colleges. The damage was already done. You had already done marched us up to that fucking mountaintop, and them crackers that done already taken everything that we have. Fuck Martin Luther King. I said it. Yeah. And I don't give a damn who don't like me. If you want to unsubscribe because you like that dead nigga, then good. Get up out of here, bitch. You need to be running around here find out who your goddamn ancestors is anyway, then praising on a nigga you don't even know. For real, for real. Michael King, a.k.a. Martin Luther King, wasn't shit. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I seen David Banner had a few things to say, and I seen the people windmilling getting ready to fight on him because they didn't like the way he said what he said. But he should have called me and tagged me in because I'd have came on there and gave it to him straight. Okay? It says, David Banner says he doesn't believe Martin Luther King Jr. killed himself when he died. Duh, he did it. Also calls integration the biggest mistake for the black community. Now remember, he's not going to say it the way I just told y'all. He's going to give it to y'all politically correct. And shout out to David Banner. I always thought he was handsome. Okay? He's going to give it to y'all politically correct. But you got to be able to take your emotion out of this and understand what's really happening. Remember, we are in the age of Aquarius. A lot of the things you've been taught in history have been lies. They have been lies from the pits of hell. And the universe has found a way to repair itself by uncovering these lies. When these lies are uncovered, if you decide to go against them because you're too emotionally attached to the character, you are then going to set yourself back, way back into slavery, okay? You are to take this information and apply it in your life. Meaning, if they lied to you about Martin Luther King helping you, and we all know he didn't, what else did they lie about, okay? But let's get into David Banner and what he has to say.
If you go back and look at Martin Luther King, and it's online, the speech that he was going to do at his church, that the week that he died, you would have thought that was Malcolm X. Martin Luther King was sick of getting his ass beat on. He wanted to be about finances. He was talking about some of the things that were going on in the war that nobody dared to speak about. That was the reason why they killed that man. But
pause. I want to correct him because I did a lot of study on Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King did start to speak on the war, but it's because people were putting that in his ear. He didn't want to speak on the war. He got bucked up by some other people that was planted into his society saying, hey, Martin, speak about the war. At first, he didn't want to, but he finally was able to do so after he marched our ass up to the mountain. And when he started, it started to put a target on his back. So let me correct that. Martin didn't speak on the war because he gave a damn about Vietnam. He spoke on the war because the people who was putting money in his pocket told him to. Number one. Number two, let me also say this. Martin coming into this whole realization of this, that, and the third is all cap. What happened was, in my belief, I believe that once the damage was done, Martin didn't like his cut of the shit. And once that happened, I believe they got into it and had the back and forth thing going on. And I believe that's what made them say, screw you, Martin. And they got him up out the paint. But again, I'm not going to give Martin all of this praise about what he did the last 30 days of his life. Because if Martin really wanted to help us, he would have told us this shit in the beginning. If Martin Luther King really wanted to help Black America, he would not have waited until his days was numbered to give us the real tea. He would have been giving us this tea at the beginning. I don't accept the apology and the bullshit that y'all do. I just don't. Because had not Martin done what he did, we probably wouldn't be as jacked up as we are today. I'm not one of y'all. I'm not like y'all. Because we still fighting and windmilling behind that shit right now. No, I don't forgive him. Fuck him. And I said it. You don't get to try to right the wrong when it's too late. It's too late now. No, you done already stole from us. But that's different. That's just me. Let him finish.
the version of Martin Luther King that Black people love, I don't think Martin Luther King liked him when he died.
No.
If they could separate themselves, he wouldn't like that dude.
Well, that's heavy.
But it's the truth.
But how
he told Harry Belafonte, I think I have integrated my people into a burning house.
Mind you, Harry Belafonte was another tether who was loving on white women. And Martin Luther King used to go over there by Harry Belafonte's house so he could screw the white women in peace. He even told Harry Belafonte, I admire the fact that you get to live out loud and love who you want to love. Because everybody know he didn't like no motherfucking Coretta. He didn't like that bitch. He just kept having babies with her. Said what I said. Y'all don't want the truth from me because I'm going to tell you the God's honest truth. Y'all trying to paint this man picture with a rose-colored glass and I'm not going to let you do it. I refuse to let you do it. He was not in love with Coretta. He wanted to be with them cracker girls. That's all he loved, the cracker women. And he admired the fact that Harry Belafonte get to be with the cracker in public and he couldn't. So he would go spend a night by his house to get his white women under the low. I'm telling you. So don't act. We're not going to romanticize the relationship between no goddamn Harry Belafonte. Harry Belafonte was a tether and an agent too. Allegedly. Period.
That's basically telling Harry Belafonte everything that I built my life on is a lie. He said that. David Banner didn't say that. And I think if you ask his kids, they would tell you that. It's just harsh to realize that we've been duped, bro. That's the hardest thing when it comes to food, history, bro. If it ain't mathematics or science, in most cases, these people done lied to us. And that's hard to admit that we went down the wrong road, bro.
So I'm trying to separate because I'm trying to follow. And specifically to Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. the version that is in front of us, the propaganda that we see in schools and in Black History Month and the I Have a Dream and the monuments and how great Martin Luther King was and what he stood for. You're saying that it's a lie?
Yes.
What I am saying is.
Yes.
What?
See, you scared to say it. Now I'm gonna say yes. Yes. It was all a lie. Get Carly on here. Yes. Everything you've ever known, everything you've ever thought about Martin Luther King has been all a lie. Get Carly on here.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
When David Banner says that Martin Luther King would hate the persona that we love, it's because he's saying that Martin Luther King understood that he was online playing. Every time he got behind that podium talking about, I have a dream, that nigga was playing. That was a character. That was a character, y'all. That wasn't him. That's why he's saying that Martin wouldn't even like his own version of himself that we love, because he knew it was all a bunch of lies. Cap is what it was. So yeah, everything you know and love about Martin Luther King was all lies. I'm going to answer yes. And if you think I'm lying, do the research. Do the research. It's all out there for you. Everything you've ever thought about Martin Luther King was a lie. Everything.
Here go all them endorsements, Regina.
You heard him? Here go all these endorsements. These people got money on the line. That's why they got to watch what they say. Call me. I said, I ain't got no endorsements. The fuck?
Regina said, No, bro, like, integration was the worst thing that ever happened to Black people. Being enslaved is just losing a war. Like, once we integrated, we thwarted the opportunity to teach our own children.
When we integrated, we lost our land. We lost our rights as citizens under our own domain. We lost everything. We lost our businesses. We haven't owned businesses, especially brick and mortars, not collectively ever since. They literally obliterated our schools, our hospitals, our libraries, our businesses, our homes, our neighbor. All of this happened after we went up to the mountain with this nigga to hold hands. Oh yeah, we lost everything.
We don't have no options on what we teach Black kids in public schools. Think about this, y'all. In a lot of public schools, in a lot of colleges, they tell Black men that they can't wear locks. Your natural hair. Dog, do you see that they say they can do anything to meet that they want to, put anything they want to without telling you the truth about it? Think about right now in America, what Black people have influence over what happens to their children in general. What they feed them, what they see on TV, what they hear on the radio, any of those things. So by integrating, by even saying that you want civil rights.
Yep.
Take the word, the operative part of the word is civil, right? You're saying that I just want you to treat me civilly, right? And anything that you do in life, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna make 100, right? Even if you're great. So if you fall short of civil, that means they treat a dog better than they treat you. I don't want civil rights. I want you to treat me like the God that I am. And so what I'm saying is that they take pieces of a person. Like they couldn't stop Malcolm X, so what they made him was an X on a hat. The same thing that they did to Jesus in Christmas. They took Christ out of Christmas and put an X. These are the mind games that we don't see. And to be honest with you, as our friendship grows, these are types of things that keep me up at night, Cam, because I see it. And it's so clear.
So you would have wanted segregation to stay segregated?
Well, I would have wanted Black people to build their own shit.
There you go.
I would have wanted.
Because listen, y'all don't understand the trick, the mental trick. Them wanting us to have civil rights. Remember, none of the adults was in on this. Martin Luther King and the civil rights leaders, they used children, middle school, high school, college kids. That was the mass majority of this movement. And the reason they used those kids was because they knew grown adults wouldn't want civil rights. When we integrated, we literally released all ownership of any and everything that we had. The moment Martin Luther King went up there to that White House with Johnson or whoever that was and signed them papers for us to have these civil rights, we literally lost everything. And not only that, simultaneously, everything that we lost started to be given to the foreigner. Are we not dealing with that today? All of our civil rights, all of the things that belong to us have been taken away from us and given to everybody who's not us. That's what Martin Luther King's real job was. And it worked flawlessly. That's the part nobody want to talk about. Martin Luther King, who's a Boule baby, who is also a descendant of a tether, came into this and was born and bred to do exactly what he did. Take whatever little bit of wealth that we had, anything that we had left, his job was to march us up the mountain so that they can take that shit from us. And the moment he did that, they took everything. Everything. We had our own schools. We had our own hospitals. We had our own libraries. We had our own fucking hotels, y'all. Don't believe what you see on the internet and don't believe what you put in the movies. They love to put that shit in Selma up there as if to say blacks in the South were just destitute and looking for civil rights. That's a lie. We lost everything fucking with Martin Luther King. Everything. And still in 2026, almost 100 years later, we still fighting to get the little crumbs we had then back. But this is not the part they say out loud. They get you emotionally charged and connected to the man so you can never see exactly what he did. And this is the biggest slap in the face. For them to put a Martin Luther King Jr. Street in every fucking neighborhood we have is the biggest nanny boo-boo I've ever seen in my life. And in every February and January, we got to celebrate this nigga. Man, watch out. If y'all don't see that, then y'all don't understand why I feel so played and I say fuck Martin Luther King. Because I understand what this whole thing is about. I see it way differently from y'all. And I've never been one who loved this man the way people did as a kid. I used to be saying, what's so infatuating about this man? As a child, I used to be saying, why everybody so up on this man? Now I know. It's civilly engineered for you to love him. Mind you, he's the reason why you're in the position you in. Now, I'm not asking you to hate Martin Luther King. I leave that up to me. I don't hate him, but I don't fuck with that nigga, nor his descendants, because I understand what happened. And he's putting it in a nice, cool, cute way. But the fact of the matter is, Martin Luther King was the worst thing that ever happened to Black America. Without him, we probably still own some shit. But with him, we own nothing. Nothing. We own absolutely nothing. And then we forced every January to celebrate his birthday. And every February, we forced to relive this nigga. Man, this is the biggest okie doke and slap in the face I've ever seen in my fucking life. And the only way this works is if you remain ignorant and you keep it going because you don't know what's going on.
Let Black people to praise their own God.
Okay.
I would want Black people to teach their own kids. I'm not saying that we can't be together, but would you respect somebody who you allowed to stay in your house, whether you forced them to stay there or not? And what, they've been staying there for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, 100 years? It's time for us to get our own. If we have our own, then we don't have to beg for anything.
Facts.
If you go back and look at Martin Luther King, and it's online, the speech that he was going to do at his church, that the week that he died, you would have thought that was Malcolm X. Martin Luther King was sick of getting his ass beat.
And let me say this, how convenient. I'm not about to give him that. And I have the speech right here. I'm not about to give him that. How fucking convenient. When Malcolm was the one telling y'all, this nigga ain't shit. Malcolm been telling y'all when they was beefing, even though Malcolm didn't beef with nobody, all Malcolm was saying was, y'all, this a play. Go back and watch what Malcolm was saying about the civil rights. Go back and watch it. Don't put in Malcolm X civil rights. Just put it in. All he was saying the whole time was, y'all, this is a play. Don't go for this. Malcolm said it over and over. He was very intellectually sounded, so it didn't sound like this. But I'm telling you, the whole time he was saying, y'all, don't go for this. This a play. Y'all, don't go for this. This a play. He kept saying it. in the internet, not the internet, the industry made it seem like Malcolm was the bad guy and Martin was the good guy. Why do you think that is? So that the masses will follow Martin up until they used him and got him out the paint. And so the masses could follow Martin because he's the one doing their job. Malcolm was not. Malcolm wasn't doing their job. They had to get him out the paint, and they did. They did, man. He was telling us the whole time, y'all, this is a play, this is a play, this is a play. He kept telling y'all that, but we didn't want to hear it because right at the time, Martin was more popular. Let's be real.
He wanted to be about finances. He was talking about some of the things that were going on in the war that nobody dared to speak about.
Let me show you what he's talking about. This is the speech that he's talking about, and I have it right here. This is the speech he's talking about. And let me just say this. Although everything Martin said in this speech was true, this was about a day or two before they popped his ass. I say thank you, but no thank you. It was a day late and $1 fucking short. We was already screwed. This is the speech he's talking about.
They built land-grant colleges with government money to teach them how to farm. Not only that, they provided county agents to further their expertise in farming. Not only that, they provided low interest rates in order that they could mechanize their farms. Not only that, today many of these people are receiving millions of dollars in federal subsidies not to farm, and they are the very people telling the black man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And this is what we are faced with, and this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
I don't see this as him channeling Malcolm X because everything he said, Malcolm had been saying the entire time. Let me back that up. I'm not going to give him credit for saying this the day before he got shot because everything he was saying is what Malcolm had been saying the entire time. But remember, only one of them was pushed behind with a system behind them. So they drowned Malcolm out, killed him, got him out the paint. And like I said, whenever things either went left between Martin and them folks or whatever happened, now all of a sudden you want to come and tell us it's too late. The paperwork has already been signed. They were actively closing down businesses and burning down buildings of businesses and schools when he was making that speech. A day late and $1 short. I'm not about to give him no credit for that. I'm sorry. I'm not about to give Martin no credit for that. I can't. Y'all can do it. I'm not. You cannot rob me generationally and then wait till after the robbing is done and say, oh, my bad. No. See, David Banner giving it to you straighter than he not giving it to you as straight as I would. If it's up to me, girl, fuck Martin Luther King. I said it. And Bernice and Dexter too. And the only reason I'm bringing them in it, because every time somebody say something about their regular ass daddy, here come Bernice. Oh, don't say nothing, girl. Fuck your daddy. I said it. Now, unapologetically, I said it. And for all you niggas that won't get on here and windmill on me behind a nigga that ran you through the mud, I don't care. Said what I said. Martin Luther King is not who y'all thought he was. He's not. Because if he really felt that way, he would have said it when he had the TV on him and all our ears was on him. Don't wait until we can't hear it, nigga. We don't want to hear that. Oh, no. You should have said that when you was up there hollering about you had a dream. That's when you should have came on here and told us about the land-grant colleges. Oh, no, nigga. I'm different from y'all. I don't forgive when a nigga steal from me. I'm different. Y'all can forgive the niggas from stealing from y'all. I don't. You should have told us that when you was up there talking about the dream. We don't want to hear it. Because I guarantee you, if he would have said that when he was talking about the dream, we wouldn't have went up the mountain. You see what I'm saying? Let's move on. Give a damn about no goddamn no Martin Luther King. And let me also say this. Just like Floyd Mayweather, Martin Luther King was heavily backed by Jews. Heavily backed by the Jews. It's given to me, you didn't like the way that they ended things. So you decided I'm going to just spill all the tea. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's documented. Martin Luther King and the Southern Christian Leadership College, the SCLC, were paid a salary to do exactly what they did. I'm going to say it one more time. Martin Luther King and the SCLC, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, the one where Portia Grandpa was on, all of them were paid a salary by the United States government to do exactly what they did. And for those of you who don't know what the civil rights movement was about, it was about calming down an insurrection, making sure the niggas stay docile and calm so that they could steal everything from us. Period, Pooh. Let's move on. Let's move on. And if Bernice bring her big ass out here saying one more thing, I'm going to tell that whole a new one. Said what I said. And let me tell you why I don't like Bernice. Because I feel like Bernice and the rest of them children is full of shit. Y'all want to live off y'all daddy legacy, but y'all ain't did shit. All y'all did was sit around there and got fat. Fuck y'all. Said what I said. Motherfuckers. Give a damn about no king churn. Don't. The fuck? Why y'all praising them up anyway? They ain't even do nothing. Where Malcolm X churn at? Y'all don't know where them churn at, but y'all running around here running behind Bernice because she looked like the Mont and Nepal. Fuck Bernice. Making me have Tourette's. For real. All jokes aside. Now let's get into, hold on. I wanted to show y'all really quickly about the politics in these cities because this is very important. Now, I tell people all the time, no shade, but if you live inside of a city, I'm scared for you and I'm scared of you too. And the reason being is because I understand the level of indoctrination that happens inside of those cities. And I understand that they basically doing experiments on y'all. Y'all ever wonder why the HIV and the HPV and the herpes rate is through the roof? It's because y'all are being experimented on. And it's not just Atlanta. New Orleans, Miami, Atlanta, Chicago, Cleveland. Wherever they got niggas, y'all being experimented on. Not just with medical stuff. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually. If you live inside of a big city and you are able to maintain your sanity and be grounded, first of all, you are the GOAT and shout out to you. But what I can say is most of the people inside of a big city in major cities are experiments. You're like lab rats, no shade. It just is what it is. And it's only offensive if you don't understand what I'm saying, but it just is what it is. But I'm saying all that to say, I learned, especially during politics and that season of the situation, I learned when it comes to people inside of cities, it's very hard to get through to them because the indoctrination is very heavy. And on top of that, they typically kind of, I know what I'm talking about. So cool. But the fact of the matter is y'all are being played the most. The politicians inside these major cities, their job is to also to play in the matrix to make you believe that you're living better than you really are. So I'll give you an example. Atlanta is another quote unquote supposedly black city. It's supposed to be a black city where black people who's supposed to be successful is supposed to live. I live down the street from Atlanta, and I'm gonna tell you now, it's so many foreigners with the hard ER, you be hard pressed to find a nigga. It's so many Arabs, it's so many Africans, it's so many, girl, it's everybody in their mall up down the street. I live down the street. I'm telling you right now, they right up there. Right there. At one point, after Katrina, nothing but Black American entrepreneurs, successful Black American people. It was like a mecca to me. I had never seen that. But in 2026, you be hard pressed to find a successful nigga up there. But it don't matter. What matters is the image, what people think. All they do is keep pushing it out to the world and to the people who live there that this is a black mecca. It is not. When T.I. came out there and said that Atlanta is Wakanda, that nigga was lying. It was to get y'all to calm down. Remember, I told y'all their real job is to keep the niggas leveled. That's these celebrities' real job. That's why when them niggas was over there getting ready to tear up the CNN building for COVID, who they called? Killer Mike and T.I. to come and calm the niggas down. That's when T.I. came and told y'all this Wakanda. Please don't do this to Black Atlanta. Bullshit. Black Americans don't hardly own shit in the city of Atlanta. The foreigners own everything. But the matrix is for you to believe that you're in control and that this is your stuff. And it's not. And those politicians inside of those cities, your mayors, your city councilmen, all these people y'all love because they come out there and take pictures with y'all and shake y'all hands. These are all the people that are there to make sure that you never wake up out of this matrix so that they can remain rich and you can remain poor at the bottom, suffering through HIV, cancer, herpes, and all these other things. Okay, this is just the truth. I'm gonna get it to you straight. So I saw this video of this brother, and he's talking about the politics in Atlanta and the politicians and how they're doing the people out there. Y'all, check this out. Mind you, this isn't just Atlanta. I need you to insert your city wherever you from, because I know I'm born and raised in New Orleans, and I know New Orleans is a chocolate city. DC, Atlanta, Miami. I don't know if Miami is a chocolate city, but y'all know what other part of Florida where the niggas be at? Well, Duval, all that, wherever niggas be, y'all already know that you're under heavy indoctrination and also experimentation, okay? But please be advised of that, okay? And the politicians are the only reason it continues to go off without a hitch. Check it out.
You are seeing firsthand how your city will turn on you for that money. That money you may ask, I'm speaking of my city of Atlanta. And they're doing it again. They did it back in the day with the Olympics. When the Olympics was coming, it didn't just affect Atlanta, it affected the whole Georgia in a way that we wasn't ready for. That the city that was our biggest city, our capital city, drawed all the finances, cut all your houses down, found ways for you to get out of the houses that was close to the area of any surrounding counties that was close to Atlanta was affected by it. Because they draw all the resources to do the city a certain way so they can please the Olympics. The other countries come to the Olympics. And now they're doing it again with the World Cup. And they do it with little things like the Super Bowl. But we'll get to that later. But right now, we're just talking about the world. The world. Anything that you put on there like the world or the Olympics, the World Olympics or the World Cup, we're talking about the world. And we're talking about the amount of money that they can make from it. So when your city get picked for that and you think that you won't be sacrificed for it, we be excited at first because our city is getting chosen to do something. But then when you see how your city will sell you out to please them, you will understand that this celebration is your downfall. Let's see what the World Cup do to Atlanta. You're already seeing it right now.
Now, if y'all don't know what he's talking about, so whenever these major cities, I know I'm from New Orleans, and there's always some big major situation going on in New Orleans. And Atlanta is another place like that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other downtown cities are like that. Listen, these politicians, their job is to make you think you living in a utopia and in bliss while they siphon all your money and your energy to make sure that the powers that be and the people above them live good lives. That's why these politicians and these celebrities live good amongst you and you live poor. And what he's talking about is like Atlanta, I want to say in the 90s when they hosted the first Olympics, they had the squad called the Red Dogs, which is a bunch of white boys who basically would get jump out boys, unaliving and killing and arresting black people just to clean up the city. The point he's making is This is what they do all the time. Now they say it's the World Cup coming up there, and they're doing the same thing. The people who pay the price are the citizens. The people who voting these people in, the people who y'all think, us, we are the people who pay the price. We are the ones who are sacrificed. You wonder why the property taxes and all this stuff going up, and you got these people who look like you in front of you acting as if they have your best interests at heart, knowing good and well they don't, knowing that they're only here to take. And this is the craziest part. It's not even it's not even exposing it to the world. It's trying to get the people inside of these cities to see that that's exactly what's happening. I tell y'all, listen, you wonder why the HIV and the herpes rate is so big in black cities. Y'all ever wonder about that? Yes, it's the VAIDS and all that stuff, the viral auto emission, the viral AIDS and all that stuff. Yeah, I get that. But y'all ain't never caught on to the fact that a lot of the horrible things that happen to Black Americans typically happen in these black cities. And these politicians who y'all just love, and these celebrities who live in these cities who y'all love, who y'all think have y'all best interests at heart, they all get to smile and nod their head while you suffer. You barely making ends meet. Then on top of that, I don't give a damn what black city you in. They moving foreigners and clears and gentrifying you every chance you get. You can't even get comfortable in your own spot. But these the same people who will windmill on somebody like me that's saying, hey, y'all, these people playing with us. Hey, y'all running behind these politicians in your city, these mayors and these people who really are here to use you, but you need to stop that and look at it for what it is. It's like pulling teeth to get Black Americans inside of these major cities to even think or fathom that any of this is possible. And it's insane. It's insane. So much so now it's normal for somebody to say they got herpes. What? It's normal. Now somebody say they got AIDS and it's just like, oh, what? Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't understand. You don't see that you being experimented on. There's a biochemical warfare. First of all, there's a biochemical warfare on the entire world. But I'm talking about inside the city. There's a huge biochemical warfare that is taking out Black Americans like this. Between cancer, HIV, and herpes, a nigga don't stand a chance. And we can't see it. We can't see it. Because inside these cities, they make sure they do stuff for you to have fun so you don't see. Come on, man. They doing a whole nother Tuskegee experiment in every city, and most of the people can't even see it. There's a whole nother Tuskegee experiment in every major Black city across America, and nobody sees it. We have gotten to believing that this shit is normal. Why? Because every other commercial is, if you got HIV, call me. Or if you got herpes, call me. What? Come on now, we got to wake up. I get it. Everybody not going to wake up. But come on, man. Come on. We done went from being scared of HIV to now everybody got it. Come on now. The point is, the doctors, the politicians, and all these people that y'all love so much and think that have y'all back inside y'all neighborhoods are the reason why these things are happening. It's solely because of them, okay? Now, I want to move on to the last topic because we've been on here too long. Lord have mercy. Let's move on really quickly. The last topic is these data centers. We got to get into the data centers. Now, I didn't know for sure exactly what a data center was, but let's pull it up. Y'all been hearing about data centers popping up everywhere? Hold on. What is a data center? I'm trying to get the actual definition. It says
data centers are physical locations that house computer servers and equipment. They power cloud computing, streaming, and AI systems. These facilities use specialized infrastructure, including power supplies, cooling systems, and security measures to keep everything running.
That's the Google version. How they work. Data centers consolidate the computing, processing, and storage power needed to keep modern technology running. Instead of relying on local hard drive, you rely on data centers to access. So like cloud storages, photo, emails, and files. That means we won't have access to our own shit, okay? Streaming and gaming, and then also artificial intelligence. So basically, if y'all don't know, there have been data centers put up in a whole bunch of areas around the world, right? And a lot of people don't understand what this is. I didn't understand what it was, but I knew it was something bad. I've been hearing a lot of people that's been coming out talking about the bad effects on it. I'm pretty sure cancer is going to be one of those things, because cancer comes with everything they give us. But I'm pretty sure it's a lot of other bad side effects and everything that's coming with these data centers, and people have been losing their minds talking about it. I saw this video. Hold on. I saw this video. And we're going to get into it really quickly about these data centers being built around the world. Then we're going to get into why this is important and why the people is windmilling behind it. And let me just say this. If you're not windmilling behind this, then you are completely lost the plot. We be so busy ready to windmill on each other every 4 years for that raglass presidential campaign. When I told y'all presidents y'all really need to be windmilling on is your governor. Y'all battling Kamala and goddamn Trump when the real president is the governor of your goddamn state. That's the one who really implying all the horrible things on y'all. But we don't want to talk about that though, right? Let's get into this video. Like the video, y'all.
We begin tonight with a look at the madness surrounding the rise of these AI data centers that are now popping up all across the country. These are massive industrial complexes that are being built across the US. And like locusts or some kind of old world plague, they are devouring up everything in their path. And while big tech calls it the future, it may be a dystopian future. So many Americans already experience it as a nightmare. I'm talking about much higher electric bills, water shortages, and even land grabs. And the craziest part here, you're paying for every bit of it. Take a look at this map. The United States already has thousands of data centers operating right now. And according to new research, another 3,000 to 3,500 are planned or already under construction globally. They require a staggering 190 gigawatts of power. To put that in perspective, that's more electricity than some entire countries use. And these facilities aren't just eating up electricity, they are devouring water. The US data center industry is already using 449 million gallons of water every single day. Here's where the story gets really dark, because while big tech executives promise innovation, ordinary people are being crushed. Let's take a look at Georgia.
It's a sunny afternoon in Atlanta, Georgia, but inside Carolyn Kane's 3,000 square foot home, it's cold.
I'm walking around in a ski suit trying to stay warm in the winter.
It's just one of the ways Kane has tried to beat her skyrocketing electric bills.
Carolyn's story is not unique. So this is the data center, and I'd like you to...
Patty Duran founded nonprofit advocacy group Georgians for Affordable Energy. She's been tracking the cost of electricity in the state for over a decade.
The average bill for an average customer used to be about $150 a month. The average bill now is $225.
You heard it there. According to reports by CBS, some residents living near new AI data centers have seen their power bills skyrocket by as much as 267%. As you heard that woman say, she has to wear a ski suit to bed inside of her own home just to stay warm in America.
Yeah, so this is one of the things that are a few of the things that the residents are dealing with. Now remember, the politicians in your local areas, in your state, these people don't care about you as the person. They know that all of the stuff they need to do is going to be on your back, your dime, your life, and they don't give a damn. All of these politicians y'all love in y'all local areas who smile in y'all face, they all know about this, okay? Now, what we're finding is, number one, this cannot be good. There's nothing about this could be good because, number one, they using a whole bunch of water and electricity. That's for the natural state of the world and of the globe. I'm pretty sure that these data centers are going to put a huge dent in nature, number one. But number two, who's paying for this? We are. Then they talking about land grabs. I'm pretty sure they're hitting up eminent domain saying, hey, we need this land so that we can create this data center. So people are losing land. People are losing money. People are losing their health because they hadn't even started about the cancer. I'm pretty sure cancer is a new kind of cancer going to probably come from this shit, right? But they hadn't talked about all these other setbacks that is causing these people who live in these areas because they don't care. None of these politicians that you love or the celebrities like T.I. who want to call Atlanta a goddamn black Wakanda, they know about it. None of them care. None of them care. But these data centers are becoming, like they say, worldwide. Thousands of them all across the world on purpose, okay? Now, I want to show y'all this video. This man was talking about the noise that's happening from these data centers around the neighborhoods, y'all. Check this out. Get the lights up, please.
This is how loud it is to live next to one of these data centers. Now, if you disagree with this, the county commission will just get a police officer to throw you out. Check it out.
You're going to escort her out?
Escort her out.
Wow.
And liars. Time to go.
You're a bunch of grifters and liars.
If we don't like what you're doing, we can say no. You're going to throw people out because they booed these clowns? Really? Amen. Right? Boo. Boo. Find another job.
I don't even care.
Find his numbers.
I cannot wait to make sure that every single one of you are recalled.
Those people are totally sold out.
A lawyer and it's happening.
I haven't seen a single solitary Facebook claim against the data center that's true.
Kids close to these data centers are starting to have heartburn. Elderly folks are having higher rates of early onset dementia. Chickens lay 50% less eggs. We are seeing calves, cows, goats, and sheep and pigs lose 30% of their body weight.
All misinformation. We love data centers here. We have the largest data center in the state of Michigan.
Now, again, the only reason these people are getting away with this stuff is because people are too ignorant to know that they can actually fight against it. Not only that, people are too ignorant to know that they're the ones helping to put this stuff here. When y'all get emotionally charged during your election season and y'all only focus on the Republican and Democratic presidential candidate, typically what happens is the average person neglects their local state politics. And because of that, you might sit up there and say, I don't want Trump in office up at the federal level, but then you might have a governor who's very Trump-esque. Does that make sense? And I'm not saying that Trump is good or bad. I don't give a damn about Trump with his orange ass. I'm trying to make a point to y'all. The point is the distraction is what makes this possible. It's so y'all cannot understand what's happening at your local level. So by the time you figure it out like this with the data centers, it's too late. Now y'all up at City Hall trying to complain and them people telling y'all to kick rocks. That's what this whole thing is about. I tell people all the time, if you really want to see a change, you got to start at your state level, not the federal level. Because the president that you really have an issue with is the governor over your state. Okay? But again, you vote these politicians in because you like them or because they say that they black or because whatever kind of gimmick they pulled during the election season, you fall in love with these politicians not knowing that they're helping to usher in your demise. That's what this is all about. Trump ain't doing this. These is your local governors, your local mayors, and your local city, all the people at your local level. It's them the ones that's helping make sure this shit go off without a hitch. But they don't talk about that. That's why these celebrities are focused and fixated on the federal level, so you can never look at what's happening at your local level. It's a play, y'all. It's a play. It's a huge, huge play. And unfortunately, the citizens are going to be the ones who suffer. Now, I want to show y'all this video about Project Matador, okay? Let's get into it. This data center stuff is crazy. I started looking into it and was like, damn. And this is the craziest part. It's going to be hard to get away from this stuff, but at least if you know what it is, you could probably find a way to fight it. Let's get into it.
How big is the new data center campus they're building in the Texas Panhandle? It's the biggest one in the world. It will use as much power as all of the homes in the entire state of Texas combined times 2. It will use more power than 38 states. Not combined, but it will use more power than all of the power used in any one of 38 different states. The data center campus portion of it is, I believe, 18 million square feet. It will sit on a piece of ground that is 5 square miles. So you can drive by it for 5 miles, make a right turn and drive by it for another 5 miles. That's pretty big. You know what the wild part is? The company building it has no knowledge of data centers. Nope, not in the data center business. Project Matador. Look it up. Thanks. How big is...
So they literally building data centers damn near, if not the size of a city, that can take up a goddamn city as far as its power and electricity. Remember, I told y'all convenience is going to be the thing that kill us. They want us to believe that this is so that we won't have to store things on our own. They're going to store it for us. First of all, there's no such thing as that being a good thing, first of all. But second of all, it is to imply that they're going to do something for us when they are not. These data centers, if we looking at it on a 3D level, are the worst thing that could ever happen to us, period. I don't give a damn what color you is, because at the end of the day, if you live around there, or period, you're going to be affected. You are absolutely going to be affected. And let me just say this. I'm a conspiracy theorist, a proud one. And I understand that they're trying to put us, or not trying, they're putting us under surveillance. Meaning everything we say, do, eat, sleep, and shit will be under surveillance, and they can come in at any moment in time and grab us and snatch us up. It wouldn't surprise me if these data centers are like hubs for that shit. It wouldn't surprise me if these data centers are like the main hubs for them to be able to come and get your ass. Come and see what the hell you got going on. Dip and dabble into your shit. You see what I'm saying? See, they saying it, oh, it's just for storage purposes. Bullshit. Who in the hell voted for this? We didn't say collectively we needed no data centers, but I'm pretty sure they hit it in one of them bills that we don't be paying attention to. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't surprise me about these data centers. But, you know, going off the 3D level, let's go into the spiritual level. Y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I love a good spiritual lesson, okay? Now, in the spiritual level, I see this sister all the time on the internet, and I never really stopped to really pay attention to her. And I hadn't even watched this whole video today, but we're going to watch it together. She's speaking about the data centers and how she believed they're opening portals to lower realms. Now, we talking spiritually here. Take the 3D shit out of the way as far as us being affected with the cancer and the money and all. Take that out of the way. Now we got to talk about what really be happening behind the scenes, because if you think that we aren't under heavy spiritual warfare in 2026, then I feel sorry for you. We got things and visitors from all different realms and portals and all kinds of stuff that are walking amongst us. I've been telling y'all that for the longest. Okay. And at the end of the day, if you don't believe it, then you'll be blinded to it when it's happening. Okay. And at the end of the day, also, if they putting up all these data centers, it ain't just to control you and understand what you're doing. Everything that enemy does have many, many layers of results. They don't do something for one result. They do something that's going to render them many, many, many results in their favor. So it wouldn't surprise me if one of those things would be to open up portals in these areas. Now, let me say this. I don't know if these data centers are close to black neighborhoods, but it's given it probably is, because remember, we are the spiritual beings that are being awakened during this time. We interacting with all different portals and different realms and all kinds of stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if these data centers are strategically placed in areas where we at and are awakening. You get it? So that they can open up these portals. But again, let me get into this video with this sister, y'all. Like the video.
Data centers are literally archonic portals to the underworld to bring in lower dimensional entities. Understand that they have been trying to manifest the whore of Babylon into this realm and the Antichrist. The whore of Babylon is fucking Lilith. The Antichrist is against the rising of the Christ, because we understand it's a Christ energy. Just how there are higher beings here in this realm, there's lower beings in this realm. Using these data centers, like I said, for portals to bring in lower dimensional things. This is why, if you've been paying attention to the fucking news, it's so much demonic, evil, low frequency shit happening right now, because y'all have to understand they gave people that COVID-19 vaccine that turned their DNA into mRNA. The mRNA is now you no longer have DNA, you have mRNA, and it is the receiver from the supercomputer. The same thing that's connected to these data centers.
Pause, because she's spitting. Now, I did the science because I told y'all I went up against a whole system for COVID because I didn't get the shot. And what she's saying is true scientifically. The mRNA is a messenger RNA or a messenger DNA. That's all mRNA is. And what I found through the science, what I looked up in science, she ain't lying. The way that mRNA works, once they input that shit in your system, they can then send messages to your DNA. Hence the word mRNA or messenger DNA. So once you got the vaccine, they can then use those particles or those things that they put inside of your body through this mRNA, and they can send any message they want to. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now, as far as the spiritual context of it, I'm going to let her finish it, but I'm telling you with the science, that's a fact. That's why it's an mRNA. It is a messenger DNA. That's the whole point of those shots. Okay? Now, let me get back to it.
This is why Bill Gates invested a lot of money into the vaccines, because it's all connected to the fucking Microsoft, to the fucking internet, right? So that's another reason why they threw up all these 5G towers at the same time they was releasing this vaccine. Everything is connected. So they're going to use these data centers, and they're going to use people, especially who got that vaccine, as vessels in order to manifest these lower entity, lower realm things, lower realm like beings, right? So this is why
y'all notice people you know in real life. I don't mean to cut it off, but y'all notice people you know in real life. They be having like this dark energy about them. Put a 3 in the chat. If I'm talking about in real life, I'm not talking about the internet. In real life, it could be family, friends, whatever. Y'all ever notice that a lot of these people, especially those of us who waking up, they just dark, just like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of those people, first of all, it's easy for these entities to hop on them because they're already traveling in a dark entity and in a dark energy. But couple that with people who's taking the mRNA. Mind you, they are shooting the messengers through the mRNA to you. It would make sense that these people who are already operating in dark energy, it's easier for them to implement these dark entities through that mRNA through you because you already operating in that dark energy. Plus, you already got the mRNA in you. Now that makes sense. And I'm going to tell y'all, for me, I physically with my own 2 eyes saw somebody that I thought I loved and knew for over 30 years shape shift into a fucking demon. I saw it with my own eyes. It was on some paranormal activity shit. This girl face literally glitched and a whole fucking demon appeared. God could take me now and take everything from me if I'm lying. He could take my life and my breath in my body if I'm lying to you right now. I saw it with my own 2 fucking eyes. Scared the shit out of me, had me crying when I got off the phone. So I know she ain't far-fetched with that. I seen the demon. I'm talking about on some movie shit. I literally seen her face glitch and there was a fucking demon there. I know what I saw. And that person has been loaded with mRNA, and that person operates at a very, very, very dark and low frequency. So it makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world.
Right now, you see people randomly killing their families, killing their kids, killing their husbands and wives, trying to literally rob people, take people, kidnapping people, kids. Like, crime is at an all-time high right now because people are literally being hijacked by these fucking lower entity round things that they're bringing in from these fucking data centers, right? That's why I'm saying this is an attack on the Most High. This is an attack on us as the true chosen ones. This is why it's important for us not to invest into this. It's important for you to quit fucking paying your bills. If we all came together and quit paying our bills, what the fuck could they truly do? We could go without power for a while. When there is no power, we can use fucking solar generators, right? Invest into solar generators, invest into a fucking grill. We can cook outside because it's toxic as shit to cook on the inside anyways, right? We can collect fresh water from a stream nearby, right? Most people have some form of fresh body of water nearby. That water is 9 times out of 10 way more cleaner than the fucking waters coming from these dirty, filthy ass pipes filled with shit and urine and all type of bullshit. Because at the end of the day, flowing water has different minerals that the fucking tap bullshit water doesn't, and they're putting chemicals in it. You could take that home, boil it. You can fucking even learn how to distill water. I've distilled water before. You could use just a pot to distill. But what I'm letting you know, we're going to have to disconnect from the government, because the government is here to govern our mind. It's literally in the etymology of the fucking word. We have to go back to the spiritual laws. Ashe segment, ashe segment, ashe segment. And you have to keep your heart as light as a feather in order to evolve in this new world.
Shout out to this sister. Shout out to her, because hell, she said some shit that touched me. We seeing it. Somebody put it in the chat too, like that man who killed all 8 of his children. Even if you don't believe in spiritual warfare, let's just talk turkey here. It's been a separation of good and evil people. Let's be real. I'm talking about on your own personal level. There has been a separation of good and evil people. You're starting to see people move away from certain people in situations that they have been in forever. That means that there's something spiritual happening. Whether you believe in spiritual warfare or not, something is happening that you can't put your finger on. But when you think about the vaccine, it is a messenger RNA. Let me pull it up, because I need y'all to see that I'm not making this up. I need y'all to see what an mRNA is. Let me show y'all. I looked this shit up. I went against the whole, man, watch out. I went against the whole goddamn system behind this shit. Do you hear me? mRNA is a messenger RNA. That's all it is. Look. And that's just a simple definition of it. mRNA is telling you messenger RNA, and RNA is a different type of DNA. Let me see if they're gonna go on here and say it. Look, messenger RNA, abbreviated mRNA, is a type of single-stranded RNA involved in protein synthesis. mRNA is made up of a DNA template during the process of transcription. The role of mRNA is to carry protein information from the DNA in a cell's nucleus to the cell's cytoplasm or water interior, where the protein-making machinery reads the mRNA sequence and translates each 3-base codon into its corresponding amino acid in a growing protein chain. Now, let me just say this. Before we get into anything, please be mindful of this. mRNA is made from a DNA template. It's made from a DNA template. That means a fake strand of DNA. And look, its role is to carry protein information from the DNA in a cell's nucleus to a cell's cytoplasm. What's the key words here? Carry information. Now pause. Let's just say you believe that for everything that it says. My question would next to be, well, what else can this thing carry? What other messages could this mRNA carry? Now, if y'all gonna use a fake strand of DNA, synthetic strand of DNA to create this mRNA that's gonna send a message to the cell's nucleus, I would wonder, what else can this thing give to the nucleus? What are the messages you see what I'm saying? So with that being said, even if you don't believe in this shit spiritually, you got to understand from a scientific point of view, they set us up for failure, my love. They set us up for failure. They gave us a fake strand of DNA called mRNA, and that thing is supposed to be sending messages. What messages? Does that make sense? I suggest anybody who took that thing to be what do you call it, cleansing anyway, but I've been saying that. But the point is this: even if you don't believe it spiritually, we know in the real 3D realm, those data centers are the worst thing that happened to us. And it is going to be worse. We haven't even gotten into all of the bad things that these data centers are going to do to us. But the point is this, while we so fixated on the president and so fixated on Kamala versus Trump, that's the play, Black America, to keep you fixated on the federal shit that don't really have much to do with you. Because the real shit that have to do with you is at your local level. Your real president is your governor. Let me say it one more time. The real president is your governor, not Trump. Your real president is your governor. That's the one who paper and pencil really, really mean the worst. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say, y'all could get fixated on these federal politics all you want, but that's also a play. We need to be fixated on what's going on at the local level because that's where we being affected the most, okay? Now, yeah, they already messing with the animals. And let me say this too simply, Monique. Of course, they're going to start putting data centers up. We buying land and we growing our own food. So, of course, they got to do something to combat that. Too many people, not just Black people, too many people are buying land and growing their own food. Of course, they got to put more data centers up. Of course. You know how that go. They got to find a way to combat anything you doing to escape this matrix. But it ain't going to work. It's all biblical and prophetic. Please, please believe it ain't going to work. I promise you. She is the truth. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Voo nephew said, hey, he on vacation sending his love. Tell my nephew I say, hey, you beautiful. Thank you so much. She is true. Tell my nephew I say, enjoy himself on vacation. I love a good vacation, okay? Thank you so much. Penelope, thank you so much for sending the super chat. Says, I talked to my friend who lives in LA and she said, who is Spencer Pratt? I can't believe she lives there and doesn't even know. I ain't even gonna lie. Who is Spencer Pratt? Is that the one from... Is he from Spencer Pratt? That sounds like the boy from oh, that is. That's the boy from the show. That's him. Spencer Pratt. I remember Spencer. I remember the Clears was going crazy over Spencer with his crackhead ass back in the early 2000s. He was with what's that girl? He was with that girl, the cute girl. What's the name of that show was? Malibu? What was the name of that show? I remember Celebrity Big Brother. It says, I'm a Celebrity. The Hills. That was the show. He was on The Hills. Yes. Everybody knew. Your friend she might not been on TV. She might not been in the TV back then, but I was in it. Y'all know I watched all of the doggone reality TV shows. I used to know Spencer Pratt on TV. Mimi, thank you so much for being a member for 18 months. Says officials are signing NDAs. I've been notified twice from a company wanting my land. I declined, but LA has made it easier for land grabs. Y'all keep fighting for your land, man. That's what they're going to try to start doing. Just keep fighting. Don't worry about it, though. We're going to figure it out. Thank you, Mimi. And thank you, Hayes Trey, for the super chat. Says, in the early 2000s, my uncle said that the government had 20 top scientists working on a disease that could target specific DNA. Ooh, blue eyes and red hair. It says once they finish, each of them happened to pass within months. Ooh, nah. Listen, Uncle know what he's talking about. I know he know what he's talking about because this you can look at it around and see. You can look at the world and see. Listen, man, Black America, pay attention to your local politics. That's all I got to say. Pay attention to your local politics. That is going to be the only thing that saves you. You got to pay attention to that. We can't just focus on Trump and we can walk and chew gum at the same time, but we can't solely focus on federal politics. We have to start looking at these local politics, our governors and our doggone and our mayors. Thank you, Penelope, for the super chat. Says he's right now getting ready to become the mayor of LA. What? Well, it makes sense. LA is a big ass game. LA is a big ass. It makes sense. Girl, I don't even know how people live in LA. No shade, but I don't know how y'all live out there. At any rate, I love y'all. Thank you so much, Penelope. Let me hop up off of here, y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share if you can, and also replay gang. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Catch y'all later. With that being said, if I've ever said anything or done anything to help you, I'm sorry. Please just pay it forward. You don't have to pay me back. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.